I'm just a jackass, nobody loves me. He's just an Andre horse to jackass. All he does is play stupid buoy. Hairy lips, giant teeth, watch those jumpers go. Monkey. Just watch those jumpers go, watch them go. Just watch those jumpers go, watch them go. Just watch those jumpers go, watch them go. Watch those jumpers go, watch them go. Watch those jumpers go, watch them go. Baba booey, baba booey, baba booey, baba boo. Baba monkey, baba baba booey, booey, booey.
Whoa, 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 we're going down the road. Whoa, 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 down the road. Yeah, baby. We're gonna do some catchy songs. Yeah, roll. We keep on rolling.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome. What fun we're having already. And it's only 2 minutes into the show. And how are you? I promised I'd play this at the top of the show. Richard speeding up his voice when he made the phony phone call. Maybe I'll play it. Maybe I'll do a tribute to Richard and Sal. They do such hard work here. They were busy yesterday. They had half the office working on phony phone calls. But here's the one, the classic one that we just played 2 times. This is Richard speeds up his voice and calls an old lady.
Hello?
Hey, what's been going on, man? It sure is good to talk to you. How you doing, man? How are you?
I've been doing good. How about you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking. You know, just been working a lot, been on the farm, raising tomatoes, turnips, carrots, and celery, and whatnot. Other than the car, I've been doing pretty good.
Who is this?
This is Rusty Decker. I'm the one that drives that green tractor around. I go fishing. You don't remember me?
I don't know Jeff Murphy.
Yeah, we haven't talked in quite a while. I just called up to say I did see one of the lawnmower stuff.
Oh. Where do you live?
I live right up here north of you, but I'm out there for and take a bike. We can left to the barn. I'm going to have some pond in my backyard. Well, sir, you can't even think there's something wrong with your phone.
No, there's not anything wrong with my phone. I can hear you good.
Well, I'm the one that's got the lawnmower for sale. You said you might be interested in buying the lawnmower. I was curious if you said where.
You work at Walmart?
Yep.
Well.
Anything about this cold weather, man? I'll take what I'm fixing behind. I'll have some coffee for us to go eat. I told you, let's get one of the from How about you? I can't believe you don't remember me.
Where did I see you?
I saw you at the diner in town the other day. I was sitting down and you never did the diner. Give me a time. We talked for a while. We had a nice conversation. You know,
Well, you must be pretty drunk, aren't you?
Yeah.
I thought you was.
Well, let me ask you this. How much higher do you think them gas prices are going to go? Ready before contract for the vehicle, truck in town. What do you think?
Now what?
Did you hear about Groundhog Day? I guess maybe a little bit more. I think a little something came out of that home. Saw his shadow. Leaning on this morning. Man, it's cold out there, don't you think?
I don't know.
Well, let me ask you this. How do you think the soybean crop's good this year? I just wonder what you thought.
I don't know. Let me talk to your wife a minute.
Well, I better get going. I gotta hop in the truck and the field. I'll see you later. All right, you can take care. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
I come in this morning, Richard, you know, remember that psychic, telepsychic that Richard and Sal prank all the time? He has a public access show and he slams the phone down every time they call.
And curses them, yeah.
Yeah, and put a curse on them. I remember that. He put a curse on them that last time.
I love that one.
So I guess they closed down operation for a couple of months. They were so annoyed. Now they came back on. Now you can't just call in. You have to call. They take your phone number. They call you back. But
can't get by that psychic that easy.
Well, these guys don't even care.
It's like, here's our number. What do we give a shit?
Because at some point he gets so pissed he starts giving their phone number out. And Richard was just pissed because he couldn't pick up the calls. He wasn't near a tape recorder because he was using the in-demand phone. So the guy gets mad and he's giving out their phone number, and those guys don't care. It's like a whole war going on.
So all of that guy's listeners.
And now they banned, and now they even banned. Yeah, exactly. And you know what? They got like 3 phone calls.
Right. I was going to say, well, that won't really do anything.
Good afternoon and welcome to Telepsychic, and thank you for calling.
Morris, how you doing today?
Yeah, we talked before.
Yeah, it's been about a year or so, I guess, since we've talked. How have you been?
Okay.
I had a question about my professional life.
Yeah.
About my job.
Okay.
I'm a college basketball coach.
Yeah, I know you are.
Yeah,
box too, which was pretty.
Just them, after all these new security measures, just deflated the guy.
Yeah, it just ruined everything.
Yeah.
Hello?
Line 1?
Hello?
Okay, we're at line 1. You're on.
Hello, Morris.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you? Love the show.
You do, huh?
Yes, I'm glad you're back. I'm sorry.
Okay. Maybe we have the phone number for them person. Okay. Good afternoon and welcome to Telepsychic, and thank you for calling.
Hi, Morris?
Yeah.
Hi.
That's one of our interns, I think.
I'm calling in regards to my Grandma Caprio.
What?
I'm calling in regards to my Grandma Caprio.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Is she in your heart very deep?
Yeah, she is in my heart very deeply, but her health, it's something about her health. Tell me what is going on with it.
She's in your heart very deeply at this point, okay?
She has a beer bottle stuck in her pussy, Morris. A beer bottle.
Okay. You got the number? Can I have it?
Uh-oh.
This is the.
Come on, give it to me now. No, come on, give it to me now. Okay. Good afternoon and welcome to Telepsychic, and thank you for calling.
Hi, Morris, are you there?
What?
Hi, I have a question about my long-distance boyfriend.
Yeah?
I don't know if he's...
Going insane.
Okay. I need the number, Jim. No. I want the number. I want to give it out.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Let me give it out. It's this? Okay. No, I'm not going to call 3 o'clock in the morning. He's going to get calls right now. Okay, this is 212. How do you like that? Can I do it again, Jim? Okay, 212. Do it again because we're taking your phone call. And people call that number because this is the number to the studio. Okay? How do you like them phone calls? Everybody call that number. Give him some happiness in his life because he doesn't have it. And the number for that idiot is 212.
That idiot.
Can we give the number out to the winner of the tongue? I like that number. Enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. And call that day, night, and afternoon. Tell your friends to call also. Contact me 24/7. And what?
And they get a free psychic reading.
And they get a free psychic reading and a tape to go with it.
Wow.
Okay? So...
The war is on.
But wait a minute, can he really make those claims?
Well, the 3 people who called were looking for... In fact, Richard was pissed because if he had the phone that he uses to tape stuff on, he could have gotten calls from people who wanted psychic readings and dicked with them.
Yeah.
But that didn't... That didn't work out. What is this? Richard Cole's show. What is this? Respect about... The hell knows what... I don't know which one this is. This must be a new one, too.
9 to 5, pay the bills, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, we have a call. Yes, your name, please?
Hi, Rusty.
Okay, hi, Rusty.
Hi, I'm 32 years old, and I recently had kind of a change in my life where I kind of felt my calling and I changed careers.
Okay.
And I discovered I had a talent, and so I decided to take kind of a change in my life. I discovered that I can lick my own asshole.
Oh, come on. And, you know what? I may have to just drop this stuff. We got to do a lot better on this. This happened at the end.
He seemed normal last time.
I know.
I hope he does get something from it. And you know what? Maybe if your calling is to make dirty phone calls, you'll find a career in that. Yeah. But it's
Actually,
not
people
here.
He did find it.
What is
got
career
a career out of that, the prank calls.
Right, hey. You helped him.
He found his calling.
I found a new calling. I can lick my own asshole. I'm going to turn that into a job. Oh, that's great. Those guys, when they make these phony phone calls, they got half the staff running around here like a military operation, because to get through and then...
Yeah, on all phones.
Yeah, it's great. All right, well, there it is. The boys are up to some hijinks and they're at war with the telepsychic, and there's a whole lot going on.
I see a little baba booey of a man. Baba boo, baba boo, baba booey, baba baba boo. Baba booey, baba booey, baba booey, baba boo. I'm just a jackass, nobody loves me. It's just an Andre horse to jackass. All he does is play stupid booey. Hairy lips, giant teeth, watch those jumpers go. Monkey. Just watch those jumpers go, watch them go. Just watch those jumpers go, watch them go. Just watch those jumpers go, watch them go. Watch those jumpers go, watch them go. Watch those jumpers go, watch them go. Baba booey, baba booey, baba booey, baba boo. Baba monkey, baba 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 booey.
Well, okay, you know what? Here's a girl who wants to bang 500 guys.
She's very attractive. I happened
Is she?
to see her as I was running down the hall to get some coffee.
All right, here's the story. I'm always fascinated by this. It's one thing to be a porno star. It's another thing to want to bang 500 guys.
And the way they do it is outrageous.
It is. They line them all up, and sometimes three at a time.
Really?
They're
the
doing
girl's
it.
very busy.
Oh, do you have any fantasies of that?
Never. No, it doesn't look... seeing it is a nightmare.
Doesn't seem all that sexual, does it?
No.
I've even tried to pleasure myself to those tapes. I can't. There's nothing slightly romantic about it.
Too many guys.
Too many guys.
Yeah.
Guys everywhere.
I'm always fascinated by a woman who wants to gangbang 500 guys. Let's meet her. This is Houston. She goes by one name, Houston. And your implants look like they're bursting. How big are you, a D?
Yes.
Yeah, very pretty
She's got to be
woman.
bigger than a D.
You're bigger than a D. Robin's big, and you might be bigger than her.
I'm sure.
I'm a 36 double D.
36 double D.
Yes.
Yeah, Robin, what are you now, a double D?
Yeah.
You are. You are, right?
Yeah.
You had him reduced and you're a double D. Robin had him reduced and she's a double D.
Wow.
She is so feminine. You really are the most feminine woman I know.
Is that right?
You really are. You smell wonderful.
Thank you.
Talking to Robin. What were you originally before you got your breast implants? Were you an A?
I was a B.
A B? Aren't they? Don't they look very stretched out? I mean, you don't have that much skin to have double Ds, do you?
I do now.
You do. Was it a painful operation?
Yes, it was. I've had 4.
You had 4 of them.
Oh, so you didn't go up to this size right away?
No, I had to.
You're a very attractive woman.
Thank you.
How'd you get into banging 500 guys?
You really want to do that?
That seems
Yes, I
desperate to
do.
me. That seems very desperate.
Does it?
Yeah.
No, it's not desperate.
To do
It's
500
fun.
guys?
It's
What
fun.
happened in your life that you...
Makes you want to do this, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you're an attractive woman. You clearly could get a lot of different guys. I mean, you could probably get yourself a wealthy husband and live the rest of your life very happily, right?
Right, I'd hope so.
Do you have a desire? Let me be honest with me for a second.
Okay.
Do you have a burning desire to be famous? So burning that you'll do anything to be famous, that you couldn't be a legitimate actress, so that you decided to go into porno? Is that it?
I have done legitimate work.
Right. Where
I've done Baywatch.
you did Baywatch. Were you an extra, or you actually had a speaking
No,
part?
that's how I got my SAG. Yeah, I had lines.
Really? Yeah. This is before porno or during porno?
Before.
Before porno. So you got on Baywatch and you figured, wow, this is going to be it.
No, I had done some other B movies and so forth, and then.
And things weren't happening.
No, I didn't. I wasn't getting to where I wanted to be as fast as I could in the adult industry.
I see. So you said, hey, let me do some wild porno,
Right.
and then when I go out and strip, I'll get a lot of money.
Right.
Right. So it's a money proposition for you.
No, it's not about the money.
No?
No.
Well, it is. I mean, you like getting paid,
I
right?
love sex. I love sex.
You do love sex, and you
I
love
love
sex.
sex.
Would you really love the idea of having sex with 500 greasy guys from the street?
Yeah, pretty much. It's
You do?
it's a challenge.
It is.
Yeah.
And you will perform oral sex as well as intercourse, right?
Yes, I will.
You will.
Now, let me ask something. She
Hey,
worked
now.
up to the breast.
Right.
Has she been working her way up to this? Are you in training?
Now,
How many
you are-
people have you done?
That's a good question. Actually, you are in training, right?
Yes, I am.
Now, you say you do lunges. You do a physical routine like a boxer would do before a fight. Is that correct?
Yes, I have been.
Right.
Lunges, leg lifts,
You do. Because
Kegels.
you're in tremendous Kegel exercise.
Kegels.
Whatever.
I don't know what they're called either.
All right. And what is the record right now for the world's biggest gangbang?
300 right now.
300 set by
Jasmine St. Clair.
Jasmine St. Clair.
Nobody has beaten her record yet.
No, they haven't.
No.
Except for me. Soon to be.
Have you? What are the most amount of guys you've ever done?
50.
50.
Correct.
And
Wow.
that was fun?
That was great.
Yeah?
It really was, and I could have kept going.
Really?
Like the Ever-Ready Bunny.
Is it like running a marathon? Like isn't the first 50 like the first 9 miles are euphoric, and then really the pressure sets in?
Crash, the wall comes.
Have you watched the tape that Jasmine made?
Yes, I have.
Do you see at one point that she gets completely crazed from it and has to take a break and doesn't think she can go on?
Yes, I mean, I'm going to need to take a break, but
Yes.
I think I'm going to have a lot more fun.
You do.
I think I'm a funner person.
You think that she's a little uptight, and perhaps that's why she choked a little?
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. You think you're really up for this?
Yeah.
She probably, because she has said that she doesn't really like the sex all that much. I mean, she likes having sex with like a regular guy, but she doesn't like the porno sex all that much.
Right, and I love women. I hope I get some women down there. And
Really? Would that count?
Yeah.
That counts?
Sure. They can put a strap on.
Really?
Oh, sure.
Wow. Well, there you go, Robin. Women could be involved.
I never thought of that.
Yeah. Whoever, why didn't you think of that?
Guess I'm not into
What kind of
this
reporter are
thing
you?
here.
And what is your background? For how many years did your father molest you?
I've never been molested.
Really?
Never been raped. No.
Did you have a screwy family life?
No. I mean, it was dysfunctional, but it was
Right.
a good family.
Parents divorced?
Good dysfunctional family.
It was a good dysfunctional family.
Any farm animals?
No, no animals.
Never happened. What age did you start having sex, Houston?
I was in 6th grade.
Sixth
Good
grade.
Lord, that's 11 years old.
And that was with a boy?
Correct.
I see. And he
How
had...
old was the boy?
He was 12. He was the same age.
It was. And he had sexual intercourse with Houston.
Right.
Right. Wow. And did you tell your parents or they didn't know?
No, they didn't know.
And
Were you practicing safe sex?
I was practicing safe sex.
Yeah,
At 11?
did your parents split up at an early age?
Yes.
They did.
When I was 2.
Right. So you're looking for the love of your father, aren't you?
I think
no.
Yes, you are. All of those men represent that, don't they? So you've done a lot of porno movies.
Yes.
What is your most outrageous movie? What are you known for? Anal sex? Are you up for that?
Yes, I
You
do
are.
that now.
You now do that. You've
Yes.
moved into that area.
Correct.
Good for you.
I have ventured to the back door.
Wow. And what about, do you have a boyfriend in real life? Do you have a man that is your primary sexual outlet?
No, I do not. I'm single.
You really are single?
Mhm.
Really?
Yes.
Fascinating.
I mean, I date.
You do?
I date.
You date famous people as well?
Yes, I have.
You have dated. Who have you dated that's famous?
A few people.
Like who? Like who have you dated?
Judd Nelson.
Now, how is he in the sack? Is he any good? Like because you've been with tons of guys.
I never slept with him.
Why not?
I don't know.
You went out with him.
I went out with him, but I never slept with him.
Where did you guys go on your date?
Sichuan Sunset.
I see. So it's fun to bring a girl like you to a restaurant because he can show you off. Did you wear something very skimpy?
Probably.
Yeah, and I can't believe that you never. It's because you
Was
didn't
it
want to
only
have sex.
one date?
No, it was a couple.
And he never made a move on you.
No.
Wow. Did you ask him why?
No. I didn't really want to make a move on him either.
Really? Not attracted?
Yeah, not really.
Really?
Yeah.
Judd Nelson, not
You seem amazed.
Well, I don't know. I just figure a girl like you're in show business. He's an attractive movie
And you
star.
love sex, so...
Yeah.
I should have just jumped on it.
I mean, it's,
don't know. We're just asking.
well, it's just kind of funny that here, you'll have sex with 500 guys off the
Who
street.
you don't know.
But Judd Nelson, you're not attracted to. And that seems to matter. There's no consistency of thought there.
Right. I don't know what happened with that, really.
So he didn't want to have sex with you. You would have had sex with him.
Maybe.
Was this recently?
No.
No, many years ago.
This was a few years ago.
A few years back.
Yeah.
I don't get it. And who else have you dated?
People.
Like Charlie Sheen?
No, I've never dated Charlie Sheen.
That's hard to believe.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm always fascinated. So who else did you date?
Just people.
Like who? Who's the most famous guy you ever dated?
The most famous?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how famous he is, but do you know who Peter Nygaard is?
No, never heard of him.
He's a designer, right?
Yeah. And then he's been on like Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous.
That's not so
like
good. I mean, no one's ever heard of him.
If women have heard of him, they buy his clothes.
But Judd Nelson, at least I've heard of him. At least I've heard of him.
Yeah, but Peter probably has a lot of money.
You never had Sylvester Stallone?
No.
So when you date this guy Peter, does he spoil you with gifts?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, so like what's the best thing he ever got you? Car?
No, a really cool leather jacket.
That's
it? That I love.
He took that out of the showroom.
He probably did.
Yeah, big deal. That didn't cost him anything. Now, your measurements are listed as 36D, 2435D, yet it's double D is really what it is.
Right.
Did you ever go out with OJ?
No, I did not.
I don't believe that. I think you're going out with OJ right now.
We'd love to.
All right, so to register for the gangbang, which is why you're here.
There is a registration.
Yeah, you're saying that any guy in my audience could get in on the gangbang.
Definitely.
Okay. They need 500 guys.
Right.
And this is a beautiful woman.
And they don't have to pay anything?
No, they don't have to pay anything, but they do have to pay their way to Los Angeles.
That's where the gangbang will occur.
Correct.
Will it occur at like I know, like Jasmine used to have it at special places that would inspire her. Like one was like a Greek setting. Like I don't know what the hell that was.
I think that was the one we watched.
Yes, that was the one you threw up to, I believe.
We're actually, it's called the Houston 500, and we're hoping to shoot it at a racetrack.
Robin, would you like to be there?
No.
What is it, Benji?
I'm going to wait for the movie.
We were talking inside. I just want to see if I could be in it.
What, you want to be in the gangbang?
Yeah.
You would do this guy, Benji?
Or,
sure.
I don't know if it's...
Benji, take off your shirt and show her what you look like.
Come here, Benji.
Yeah, look at this. You would do Benji?
Yeah. As long as you have a current test and you're over 18.
Yeah, I have a driver's license and everything.
Well, then you're in.
You would do Benji in the video?
Sure.
Could we, like, is there...
You know what? Then you do anybody.
I
Because
would.
he has a camera. We could just go now.
You know what?
He says he figures he can get in shape by then.
She won't do Judd Nelson, but she'd do Benji.
Look at that.
I don't understand. Oh, man. That is hideous. What is it, Bubba?
He has stretch marks on the side of his
Well,
stomach.
look at him. He's fat as a cow.
That's
She
from
didn't
weightlifting.
flinch, Howard. That's from weightlifting.
I bet I have the thickest penis here. No question about it.
Let's see it.
Easy, Benji. Easy. Okay, listen to me.
It's fat,
Come in?
whatever it is.
What is it, Ralph?
You can get in, sure.
What is it?
I was just going to say, this is unbelievable because she's really hot.
She is hot. So why did you bang her? You see, lining up is the part that scares me.
Maybe you could pick number one. Maybe you'll pick Ralph if he's nice to you.
See, Ralph would sleep with her if he met her,
Right.
but he won't go to the gangbang.
Right. He's too good for that.
We'll have fluff girls there, too.
Yeah, I've seen some of those fluff girls. You can keep
I'm going
those.
to pick the fluff girls.
Yeah, because the fluff girls are the ones that get the guys excited before the gangbang.
Oh, I'm going to pick out some hot ones.
You are?
Yeah.
All right, that's good.
Definitely.
No, you're really quite a girl. I believe that you will be able to beat the current record of 300 gangbang and go to 500. I believe you will. I do. I really have faith in you.
You really think you can go to 500 though? That's a lot above the record.
She could do it.
Yeah.
I'm telling
I
you.
can do it, Robin.
She loves men.
Okay.
Well, you are a party girl. I'll tell you that.
She really wants to do this.
Yeah,
I
she
do.
loves it.
I
She
think
really
it's going
does.
to be great. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
You're a beautiful woman. I don't know
you
what
very
happened in your past to get you into this.
You know what, Howard? Nothing happened.
You just love people.
I just love people, and hopefully we'll get a group of great guys out there and have a fun day.
Well,
I don't know if they'll be great, but they'll be guys.
Yeah. Big bucks for this? Can you make a lot of money doing this, or is it really out on the stripping circuit you make the money?
On the stripping circuit.
Right.
I'm already out there, so.
Right. They don't pay you a lot of money to gang bang 500?
Pay me something.
Yeah. A couple of grand?
Yeah, a couple grand. Sounds good.
Couple of G's? All right. Well, listen, thank you so much, Houston.
Thank you. You guys are great.
Hi, Tim Stack here, star of the critically assessed television series Son of the Beach. If you like Ronnie Mund and kind of like Frank Sinatra, then you're really going to love Ronnie Sinatra.
Love and marriage. Lick my ass, my cock, and undercarriage.
Yes, you'll get all your favorites in Ronnie Sinatra's signature vulgar style.
But fuck with me, let's hump my rear. Hell yeah.
Yes, there's not one Sinatra song Ronnie doesn't butcher.
Start spreading my cheeks. Woo. I'm into ass play. Fuck it, who cares? But fuck me where I take a shit through my back door.
To order, send a check or money order to Ronnie Sinatra. P.O. Box
69!
10068.
It's time for you to screw my back door.
Kevin, you're on the air.
Thank you, Mr. Stern.
Hi.
See?
Go ahead.
I just want to know, when will Delilah be recast again?
What?
What?
When will Delilah be back on the air again?
Delilah?
On a Saturday night.
Delilah?
Delilah.
See, I'm gonna hang with this guy and try and figure out what he's saying. Kevin, I want to understand. I want to know what you're talking about, and I'm willing to hang in there.
Okay. My VCR broke down during the night of Delilah on Stern radio show.
Are you high right now?
No.
Why are you having trouble communicating?
I'm just exhausted.
Why are you so tired? Do you not sleep?
Can you do Zachary for me?
Do you sleep? Do you know?
A little bit.
Are you a black guy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do Zachary for me? A little bit of
Zachary?
Ooh,
Zachary here. How you doing, Zachary? Your old pal Zach?
Oh, go Howard.
You like that?
Yeah, I love it.
Hey, this is your old pal Zach, WPLJ. How you doing, everyone? Oh, Zachary. Oh, Grandmama. Ooh, Grandmama. Ooh.
Thank you.
You like that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sound like you're going to orgasm.
I hope so.
Oh, Zachary, huh?
Oh, yeah. But you're Robin. Robin, I love your news. Oh, my God. Y'all rock my world.
I wish I knew what he was talking about earlier. I don't know. Delilah. Are you talking about Lila from Son of the Beach?
Yeah.
Are you talking about Saturday night on the TV show? We had her on and you forgot to tape it?
Your VCR broke.
Oh. Damn. That's a hard thought.
I was so pissed. Sunday, I woke up and I was turning it back, replay it, and I was pissed because not came on.
Well, you'll be seeing a lot of Lila right up, right when we start airing Son of the Beach. We're going to get her out there, okay?
Thank you for Zachary.
Thank you.
Take care. I love y'all.
All right. Get off the crack.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
You guys been hitting the pipe.
You think?
Oh, come on.
Makes me real stupid.
Yeah. That's what's good about it. My man's on the rock. Come on. That's my first Zachary request.
Yeah, I've never heard that before.
Hey, Robin, how you doing? Old Zach here.
I didn't request it.
Oh. Old Zach.
We're not on crack. That's right. It doesn't amuse me that much.
Mm-hmm. How you doing there, old Zachary? Zachary here. Guy had a whole career of that. He was the greatest, Zachary.
He was here not too long ago.
Is he dead?
No.
He's still alive? Mm-hmm. What does he do now? Zachary Halloween party?
Right. Once a year he comes out at Halloween.
Yeah, I want to work once a year.
They uncork him and let him out.
Hey, everybody, this is Zachary. I'll be holding a 92.3 K-Rock Halloweeny party. Come on out and see me. I'll be there with my grandmama. Old Zachary. Zachary was this guy he had a kid show when I was a kid growing up. And it was the coolest show ever. They'd show cartoons and junk. Like junky cartoons. I don't even know what cartoons they showed, or like scary movies and stuff. And Zachary would be, it was a one-camera shoot like. And he was the
host.
Yeah, and he had like what did Zachary show, Gary? Do you remember?
I remember him from I used to remember him at night. Was Channel 5 Creature Feature.
Yeah, was that what he showed?
Yeah, it wasn't cartoon.
And all it was they had 12 movies.
Right.
Dracula, Frankenstein.
Same movies over and over.
And it was every Saturday night. And Zachary would be in a coffin.
Right, and he'd also have a crib with his grandmother in it.
Didn't he wear like a cape?
He wore like a cape. And,
oh, look, Grandmama. And his grandmother was in the crib. I thought that was great. I think I wanted to put my mother in a crib. Yeah, like she lived in a crib.
Ooh, we'll be back with more Frankenstein after this.
You know, he never really did anything, but I thought he was doing stuff.
And they had the smoky set and that whole thing. Yeah.
And I laughed. I thought it was funny.
Was it his grandmother or his mom? I think it was his mom.
Grandmama. Hello, Grandmama.
Hello, Mama.
Grandmama.
Mama or Grandmama?
I think it was Grandmama. Hello, Grandmama. Because somebody showed me a kinescope of it. Like, they didn't even have videotape then. And it kind of sucked.
Well, I think that...
please. All those things were so bad.
In my mind, it was the greatest thing ever.
You didn't have to do much to entertain a kid.
Yeah.
See, when I saw it as a kid, I think he'd already been doing it for a long time.
You could recognize
like when I met him, he was always having difficulty, like, moving around on the set, and it was always like, he was trying to get to stuff, and he was always... he was always in trouble.
As bad as the movie was, Zachary was worse.
But I would wait for Zachary.
Right. It was fun.
It worked, because it got me watching. I mean, I loved it.
And then he was a disc jockey when I was a kid, too, but all he did was...
then he went to PLJ, and I was shocked. I didn't know he was a disc jockey. I think that's what he was originally. And he was a disc jockey, got hired to do that stupid horror show.
Because of the voice, probably.
Yeah, then he got on and be like, oh, this is Zachary. I got some Jackson Brown for you. And I'd be like, whoa, he did middays at PLJ. Zachary, gonna do some Jackson Brown and PLJ. And I was always waiting for him to do something weird, but he never did anything. But I'd listen to him. I listened to him because it was Zachary.
He would always start off going, Zachary here.
Yeah, old Zach. It's old Zach. Zachary.
When he started working at the station...
His name was John Zachary.
That's right.
Yeah.
When he started working at the station, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago, whatever it was.
He worked here?
Yeah. He was at K-Rock like 6 years ago.
Doing what?
Disc jockey.
Weekends and stuff, just DJing.
Yeah.
And he would hang around the station. I remember when I met him, I was like... I couldn't believe he was still alive then.
Yeah.
Because he was, nice guy, but he was...
How you doing there, Gary? Old Zachary here.
He was, very nice guy. It's exactly...
Very nice, very nice.
The way he talks off the air is the way he talks on the air. It's just his voice.
Yes. Oh, thank you, Gary.
Tell Howard, I think he's great. Thanks for...
Yeah, I love the show. Thanks for mentioning me.
Exactly.
Old Zachary,
Yeah, they tried to take him out for more than Halloween, but nobody cared.
Try to dust him off.
So they put him on weekends. He used to do like some retro 70s, morning show.
So Zach with the retro 70s morning show.
With the old music.
Yeah, Zachary.
It's old Zach with the old music.
Old music, old Zach.
He would play like Grand Funk Railroad.
Yeah, right. There's old Zach with the Grand Funk Railroad. Mike, go ahead.
I met Zachary at a Halloween party about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
The guy's The Walking Dead, Howard.
Yeah, he's an old man.
I meant people were getting pictures with him, and he's like, people didn't even want to touch the guy. They were like cobwebs under his shoulder pits. I'm not kidding you, Howard. I mean, the guy was like, we were telling him, the graveyard's 2 blocks that way.
Yeah, old Zach. Old Zach.
He was old.
He was old Zach.
The guy played a crypt on TV. It was for real life.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about him? This is going back like 5 years ago, but still, I thought he was old. I remember that he lived with his mom, which I thought was really funny.
Yeah. He did, for real?
Yeah, because he was so old, I couldn't believe that his mom
was still alive.
Yeah, right.
And then, he seemed old to be living with his mom.
Come here, mother.
Mother. He's not, pickled or something?
I don't know. Sure his mother wasn't dead. So that's where he got that from.
I guess so, yeah.
I guess still lives with her.
I guess it really wasn't a joke. He lived with his mother in a crib. Tom, you're on the air.
Yeah, it used to be Chiller Theater that
right.
he used to be hosting.
Yeah, Chiller Theater.
Old black and white horror shows that didn't scare too many people.
Yeah, then they got rid of Zachary, and then they used to have that thing, Creature Feature, where a 6-fingered hand would come up.
Exactly, and he had the old lady in the coffin. He used to come out as a skeleton.
Yeah.
It was actually his mother at the time.
It's old Zach. Thank you.
Take care.
Very rare that I get
he used his real mother.
Who knows? I doubt it. Old Zach, Then I'd hear him being a disc jockey. I'd get weirded out.
Yeah,
It was old Zach.
How'd he do that?
Yeah, I thought, to me, in my mind, he was a big star. What's he doing radio for? He's Zach. I got all freaked out. He's Zachary spinning records. He's doing the same crap I'm doing. What kind of justice is that? You know what I mean?
He had to go back to radio where the real money was.
Yeah. And when he was working probably for Larry Berger, who was busting his balls. Listen, Zachary. You just played Jackson Brown into an Eagles song. That's ridiculous.
I'm sorry, Larry.
Zach, look. If you're going to play a down-tempo song like Jackson Browne, I want to hear Zeppelin.
All right, Larry, Mr. Berger.
I'm going to put a spell on you.
Oh. Grandma.
You imagine? Probably getting yelled at.
Imagine him in a meeting.
If you're going to play an old song from the 60s, I need a brand new song. After that, Zach, please pay attention to your hot clock.
Okay, Larry.
Call me Mr. Berger.
Yes, Mr. Berger.
Yes, I'm juvenile.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
For crying out loud, I draw these clocks, Zachary. Just, all you got to do. It's so simple to follow. An idiot can follow it.
I know you're a legend, but could you help me out?
All right. I've got it now, Larry. Please, one more chance. All right. Okay.
Man, that must have been great. I wish I'd been working there then.
Get to yell at Zachary.
Where's Mother?
Hey, how you doing, pal?
Good.
What's the pizza supreme?
Sausage, pepperoni, mushroom, peppers, onions, and anchovy.
Oh, that sounds delicious. I will take it.
Your name?
Oh, but hold the pepperoni.
Yeah.
And hold the onions.
And no onion?
Right. And hold the anchovy.
So you want mushroom and pepper?
Oh, no. No mushrooms and no peppers.
So you want a large regular pie?
Yes, but hold the cheese, hold the sauce, and hold the crust on that pie.
Do me a favor? Go fuck yourself.
The Howard Stern Show.
Hey now, I got to think about this. So we're about to do this thing where I'm promoting the book Howard Stern Comes Again for Christmas. So we were supposed to do this over the summer, but we built this big contraption to weigh Eric in books, and I'm thinking, let's say Robin is right.
Well, I'm readjusting.
Go ahead.
I'm
What
now
are you
going
thinking?
to say 6 stacks and some books.
You got to give me a number of books.
6 stacks.
How many books?
And 5 books.
So you're saying 65?
Yeah.
You're saying Eric weighs 65 books?
Yeah.
And you're going on the theory that the book weighs 5 pounds?
Right. That's as good as I can do because I don't know the exact weight of the book. I think it's somewhere between 3 to 5 pounds.
All right, I'm going to say, see, if this was the Price is Right, which we always play by Price is Right rules, I could just say 64 bucks.
Right. But
And then I
neither
could
one
beat
of us would be okay if we go over.
Right, but I
And
think
Price
you're wrong.
is Right is Price is Right rule.
I'm thinking Eric weighs close to 3. I'm going to say he weighs at least 365, 370, and then you take
370?
maybe, okay, thank you, 345. And if the book weighs 5 pounds, I'm going to say Eric weighs 75 bucks. I'm going up above you.
75 books.
75 bucks. What's that? What's 75 times 5? Of course I know, Robin, but do it for people.
I can't do it that fast.
Right.
75. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That is 7 stacks.
Plus 5 bucks.
Plus 5 books.
Right. What do you think? What do you think?
I think you're high.
All right. Fred says 4,000 books. He gave me it on his
You don't
paper.
have enough books in the studio.
Maybe we don't. You think 65. I think 75.
I say 400.
Really?
Get out of here, Fred.
I'm saying 400 books is what it's going to take.
Oh, my
Equal
God.
that scale.
Wow.
All right, let me see.
He's a fat fuck.
You can't change now based on Fred, and neither can I. You say 400
books.
You know, Fred could be close. Not 400. I don't know.
He says 400.
I'm standing by my rule.
I know, and now all of a sudden I want to change that. We're not allowed.
No.
There's
Okay,
rules.
so I'm saying 65, and it's whoever is closest without going
Without
over.
going over.
I hope I'm close.
Oh my God, imagine you're right. 400 books.
That would be crazy.
The book Howard Stern Comes Again, I've never weighed it, but it is a very meaty book, which is why I suggest it for Christmas. Because even if
Full
people...
of content.
Yeah, and the book looks good on your coffee table or something. You know what I mean? Makes a statement. It's got a gorgeous picture of me. I mean, you've never seen me so beautiful. Let's see what other people are thinking. All right, Nate. Brad? Not Brad. I want Nate. Nate, hi.
Hey now.
How many bucks? Quick.
I'm gonna go with 149.
149, huh? Maybe we're lower.
149.
Maybe these people know something. Yes, Pat. Pat in Pennsylvania. What up?
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey now.
All right, thank you. Am I supposed
Can
to...
I change my...
What are you thinking now?
It's gotta be at least.
I'm gonna say... What? What are you gonna say?
This guy's a fucking moron.
I know.
Yeah. Talking to him and he doesn't say anything. Basically, when I say hey now or good morning...
Say something.
Say something. I can't tell you what to say.
I'm gonna say 120 bucks.
Oh, I'm not letting you change. I don't like that. You got to stick with your original 65. You want to change?
Yes.
All right. All right. You locking in at 120?
I'm locking in at 120.
I'm sticking with my 75 bucks. I'm sticking with it.
All right. I might have gone over.
Well, we don't know. I'm letting you change because I feel bad for you. All right, Balls. Go ahead. Make a guess.
Well, to draw the clock, I'm going to say it's definitely 110 bucks, Howard.
110. All right, let's see who's right. Fred's up at 400 bucks. Yep. Gary, you got to... Gary was probably at rehearsal. Probably knows the answer.
Oh, really? They actually did this?
Well, we had to make sure it was safe. In fact, the guy who built this contraption, this giant scale made out of steel, he's here too because he's got to strap Eric in. All right, let's bring in Eric. Let's get to the bottom of this.
Oh, yeah, that's why he's wearing that harness?
Yeah, he's wearing a harness. He's going to be harnessed in. Oh, look at the boys. Everyone's in circus paraphernalia and outfits. Look at JD looks good.
That's a good look for us.
Hey, JD, I want you wearing that every day. Get the hat.
I'll learn some tunes, too.
And by the way, I think you guys will enjoy watching the weigh-in on the app, the SiriusXM app. We like to film stuff specifically for the app. It's a beautiful contraption. Where's Adam who built this thing? Is he around? I got to talk to him. This thing is amazing.
Here, right there.
We had to build a scale that was strong enough to hold high-pitch Eric. Are you confident that this will hold him, Adam? Yeah, well,
definitely.
What kind of background do you have that you know how to build this kind of thing?
I've been building rigs like this all my life.
No
really?
Kidding. How long have you had a life?
Who uses rigs like this?
Yeah. What is this rig? I mean, who employs you to get a rig?
I get hired by circus performers. I also make illusions. I make custom illusions.
I see.
But I do a lot of custom equipment for circus performers.
Tell us about this rig. How many pounds? Well, we don't know what it's going to hold, but in other words, it's strong enough. It's made out of what? Steel?
Steel. It's all steel.
All steel. And you designed this whole rig?
Yes.
Right, and
you forget how strong steel is.
Yeah, and you guys tested this out yesterday. Make sure it holds high pitch Eric.
Yep, multiple times.
You tried it multiple times?
Yes, multiple people.
Yeah.
No stress, no creaking, nothing.
No, I mean,
did you guys film the rehearsal? Because how funny must that have been?
Well, I will tell you, you'll see it when it happens. But watching Eric try, what happens is that part, the left side of the scale goes to the ground.
Right.
And then Eric has to get in it, but. It's funny watching him because he tries to get down on his knees, and even that's difficult.
Does it take you a long time to get into the scale, Eric?
Yeah, like for my knees, yeah.
Yeah, because you're so heavy.
He flops into it, but the funnier part is getting him out of it. That's a four-man operation.
I mean, he's like the size of a baby elephant, right?
Yeah, he's pretty big.
Yeah, he's a pretty big guy.
All the chain, all the hardware, it's all rated for lifting.
And I notice you're going to be strapping Eric in. Is that correct?
Correct. So there's no slumping. There's no falling off the ladder.
Because Eric will clear the floor, right?
Oh, yeah.
Eventually, yeah, if we can get enough books in here. I don't look like we have enough. All right, so Adam, thank you for that. Thank you for building this. Eric, are you ready to get yourself in? I'll do the play-by-play as you try to get in.
Yes, I need Julian here for support.
All right, sure. All right. You want Julian here?
Julian, maybe my friend Nikki for support.
Nikki's here with you? Where's Nikki again? Nikki's
your friend.
Yeah, the hot girl.
But she doesn't do you.
No.
Then what's the point? So, Shuli, you'll be Eric's emotional support animal, okay?
Yeah, I'm here, buddy.
Do you want to guess how many books?
I'm guessing over 100. I'm going to say 115.
All right, Robin's at 120. I'm at 65. I don't know why. I have nothing.
You can change.
No, I'm at 75.
Right.
No, I'm at
You said 75, I thought.
I thought I said 75. Yes, I went to 75. And,
Are you going to change?
Fred's at 400. No, I'm wrestling, Robin. I'm not like you. I don't change.
And before I came in, Fred said I'm a fat fuck.
Right.
I mean, who's he to call me a fat? Who's he to call me a fat fuck?
He's Fred.
Well, listen, he is Fred.
You're fat. I'm not. So you're a fat fuck.
I'm not a fat fuck.
That isn't nice, Fred. It's not nice.
All fat.
Yeah, it's not
He's right.
nice.
That's not nice. You're an overweight fuck.
I apologize.
You're an overweight fuck.
You're not supposed to say fat. That's
I'm
politically.
sorry.
You say
Is overweight better,
overweight
Eric?
fuck, right?
I've been corrected.
All right. Okay, Eric, is that better?
Maybe a little obese.
All right.
But you're still an imbecile.
No, come on, stop it, Fred. He's such a nice guy to do this. Eric, I'm excited to see how many books. Eric,
Well, you said it with that elephant noise.
Eric, do you have a prediction as to how many books it will take to lift you off the ground and get you eaten?
Well, wasn't he there at the rehearsal?
We didn't know. No, we didn't complete it, so he doesn't know the answer.
Oh, okay.
What is your best guess? How many books?
Well, how many books did you say?
I said 75.
And
Robin said 120.
I said 115.
Shuli said 115.
And I said 120.
Yeah, and Fred said 400.
For my overweight friend.
Well, Fred's out of his fucking mind. I would have to go with between 130 and 150.
130 and 150?
Pick a number.
Pick a number.
150.
All right. I'll write that. Eric says 150.
Aim high, buddy.
All right. The whole point of weighing, I know it's stupid, but this was a fun way to promote Howard Stern comes again for Christmas. All right, Eric, let's load you in.
Let's see this situation.
And by the way, Eric, you know Fred calls every guest we have a fat fuck, so
Pretty
don't
much.
be
I don't know how he could get upset.
Watch
I'm
this.
about to go in the seat.
Eric, do you think my book is flying off the shelves because of this book right now?
Oh, absolutely. After this, yes.
I think the shelves are empty.
All right, how do you get in here? You gotta get down.
On my knees.
Yes.
Let him load in.
Oh.
What was that noise?
That's him.
Eric, is that you?
Yeah.
Oh, what happened? Does it hurt you to get down on your knees?
Not really.
Then why do you make that noise?
When he has to put effort into something, Howard, that noise
leg
comes
out
out.
What are they doing? They're kicking him.
You know, he doesn't look that fat right now in his singlet.
Well, he's in a giant scale.
All right, Eric, you're in there. They're strapping you in. And now let's begin. JD, you're going to load the books?
Yes.
All right, he's in
Are we
securely.
good to load?
JD, you're going to do a stack of 10 at a time?
Yes.
Actually.
All right, let's keep track, everyone.
So, Howard, here comes the first stack. First stack.
You got to see this. 1.
Doesn't even budge.
Nothing. Eric didn't lift at all. That's 10 bucks.
Second stack.
20 bucks and Eric hasn't budged.
The scale is still tipped to the floor.
Third stack.
30 bucks and Eric hasn't budged off the floor.
JD bringing fourth stack.
JD's workout. 4 stacks. That's 40 bucks.
Hold on, we're not done. Hold on. Hold on.
All right, there it is. 40
It hasn't
bucks.
still budged. Still hasn't
Eric,
budged.
do you feel like you're moving at all?
No.
All right.
Fifth stack.
5th stack.
That's 50 bucks.
50
Nothing.
bucks. I think I'm in big trouble with my I think Fred's looking like a genius.
Stack number 6.
60 bucks and Eric has not lifted off the ground. Jesus Christ.
Okay, here comes 70. He's putting it down now.
I'm out of the game.
70 bucks.
70,
Nothing.
Nothing. He
Didn't
hasn't
get a pubic
moved.
hair
My
through
guess
that.
was 75, so I'm eliminated here.
Here comes 80.
80. Let's see if that moves. 80 bucks. Have you moved at all, Eric?
No.
He's flat on the floor.
All right,
Well, there
this is
you
our
go.
first level. We can only get 90 books on the first level.
All right.
So 90 books are on the scale now. What happened?
I saw it move a little bit.
Did it move, Eric?
I'm not sure.
Okay, here we go. 100 books, Howard.
Oh, yeah, it's moving.
There was some movement.
It moved just a tiny bit.
It moved a tiny bit. All right.
Yes.
Stack number 11. 110 books is coming up right now.
Stay calm, Eric.
110 copies of Howard Stern Comes Again are on a
Uh-oh,
scale.
getting close to me now.
Here comes stack number 12, Howard.
120 bucks.
There was a little bit of movement, but not much.
A little
Yes,
bit.
just a little bit.
He is off the floor.
Here comes stack number 13. This would be 130 books, Howard.
I said 130.
I'm out of it.
Yeah, I'm
130. Whoa, wait. He just went up. Hold on. He's almost even. Oh, my God. You got to watch this.
30.
Now we're going to go to single books.
All right, 130.
I said 130, right?
He said
Yeah, but
150.
you're going, you weren't right, but you might win.
Okay, here comes 131.
He said 150.
31.
Oh. That light's going to turn green.
When it gets even. Look for the middle light.
132.
Oh.
The light's not on yet.
Here comes 133.
Oh, this is so fun.
133 copies of Howard Stern Comes Again.
Wow.
Wow. Well, let me take a look at the predictions here. Fred, you were way over at $400.
Sorry.
Let's see. Somebody, I guess Eric wins.
Eric
said
was the
between
one who said 130 to 150, and I think he settled on 150.
He did.
Oh, he did. So, Robin, you win at 120 because you were under.
I am. I'm the winner.
You're the winner.
What'd you win?
She won nothing.
No, I said between 130 and 150.
Yeah, but
Right, but you picked the number and you said 150.
you settled on 150. So you were over.
He's in midair
It's
arguing
okay.
with you.
He's arguing while he sits on this
What
scale.
are you gonna, it's all in fun. And Eric, thank you for helping us promote Howard Stern
That's
Comes
pretty
Again.
amazing.
Wow, look at you sitting there like a Buddha. And how fun is this? That's right. And what a fun way to promote a book, right? How much do you think each book weighs, and how much does
Well,
Eric?
I finally settled on about 3 pounds.
We know that each book weighs approximately 2.5 pounds.
2.5 pounds.
Yeah.
Well,
So
that's
each stack is 25 pounds.
Changed my
wait,
prediction.
say it again. Start again.
Each book weighs approximately 2.5 pounds, so each stack is 25 pounds.
I see.
10 books, 25 pounds.
And so the total weight of Eric is
How many books?
133 books, but what does he weigh in pounds?
133 times 2.5.
That's right.
Do the math, Howard.
I'm not doing it.
We'll be back tomorrow.
So 266,
Yeah.
and then what's half of 133?
What?
It's 266 plus half of 133, which is like...
What am I, in college?
266 and half of 133.
Who am I, Einstein's junior?
I don't have my calculator.
Anybody have a calculator? Anybody have a rough estimate?
It's about 6.
Surely you have your phone.
332.
He weighs 332 pounds? Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Not 310 like you told me the other day.
Yes.
I was 209 about a week ago.
On Friday, he told us he weighed 307.
Yeah.
Right.
So now he gained 30 pounds since Friday.
Well, thank you for this.
Not impossible.
Robin,
for him.
congratulations. 120 books was the right guess on
Well,
Howard.
it was the low. It was the closest without going over.
I like that I learned that my book weighs 2.5 pounds. That's impressive. It's a sizable gift for
I
Christmas.
had a good guesstimate at 3.
You certainly did. Well,
Now, Howard, if you care, there's a whole process on how to get him off.
Oh, yeah. Now, how do you get him off?
So we got to take the way we put him on. So start taking off the books, JD.
Gotta go slowly.
You got to go slowly.
I'd like to see him get off.
Well, they got to hear the sounds he makes when he
So Howard, so while
Do you want Chris Wilding to blow you while you...
Watch this. He's going to go down.
Adam, how do you get him out of this? Explain to us what you're about to do.
Clip him.
You have to
Yeah,
unclip him.
you got to loosen that harness.
Surely, come on.
So Howard, there's 4 of us. You ready? Hold on, ready? Hold on.
Hold on. What are you going to do here, Gary?
So there's 4 of us. So all 4, 2 of us have to get it from the back and 2 from the front. You ready, guys? 1, 2, 3.
Oh
my God. Are you guys all right? Anybody have a hernia?
Howard, we were making noises the other day. We did it 3 times. He's fucking heavy.
Yeah. Well, listen.
Well,
he's a big
that's
boy.
300-something pounds.
Look at
320?
There's a lot of McDonald's in that boy.
332? Is that what we said?
Well, wow. Hold on. We'll get a microphone. What?
I'm not no 332.
We just did it.
You have a scale here?
What do you think you just got off?
Do we have a scale here, the regular scale?
Look around. Here, Eric, come right over here. Step right in this blue area right here. Just get both feet all the way in the middle. Okay. I can't see.
What's he weigh?
It says fat fuck.
That was Fred.
Yeah. 321 pounds. You weigh 321.
My weight went up.
Your weight went up, yeah.
No shit. But you said you were 307 on Friday, Eric.
Well, my weight, because I was eating McDonald's.
Oh, my. All
That'll
weekend?
Yeah.
JD, I want to thank you. You did a great job on the way, and I saw you moving those books. I bet your arms hurt at this point.
I'm fine. I'm all right.
You're all right.
Yeah, for now. We'll see.
And you look very colorful in your carnival costume.
Thank you.
Gary, you are a carnival, what do you call it, a barker?
I'm the greatest showman.
You're the MC.
Yeah, you look like Hugh Jackman if Hugh Jackman had a medical issue. Right. And Eric, you were the strongman kind of costume. Is that what you're wearing?
Yeah. Like a wrestler.
Like a wrestler.
Like King Kong Bundy.
Right. Very good. And Eric, thank you for doing this. Also, you can see Eric on Cameo. He is very much in business. He does many messages a week, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And Shuli, thank you for getting in a car in Los Angeles with Eric and providing us with what is some of the most outrageous tape I have ever heard of someone driving.
Thank you, Howard. It was a pleasure.
All right. We got to take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
And now, a marriage tip from 𝗦𝗁𝐿.
Sometimes when my wife falls asleep, what I'll do is I'll jerk off right next to her in bed. But when you have that big wad of tissue sitting on your nightstand, it's important in the morning when you wake up, you start sneezing and pretend you're congested. So when your wife chucks the tissues away, she simply thought you blew your nose in them.
This has been a marriage tip from 𝗦𝗁𝐿.
Well, Bubba's a schmuck, such a dumb guy.
Give me a break.
If we only could find him for life.
I'm still here.
Bubba's a schmuck, what a dumb guy.
Get off the line.
We never heard his voice again, it'd be fine.
All right, I got to do something now, and I got to talk fast, so just pay attention. Shh. So, okay, here's how it goes. We got Medicated Pete on the phone. We're keeping him busy while I explain this to you. So we get word that Medicated Pete fucked up. He went to some event, I don't remember what it was, but he dropped my name and used my name to get tickets in. He kind of gave a fib that he still worked with us. So Gary found out. Gary calls him and says, look, I'm going to play you the tape of the other day. Gary calls Medicated Pete and says, look, we found out what you were up to. He gets him to admit it. He says the only way you can redeem yourself is you need to go on the air with Howard. Tell him you have AIDS, and you got it from a monkey. So anyway, we were like, no way he's going to do this, but you could get anybody to, that's why this murderer thing, this show on Netflix, you can get anybody to admit anything. So, all right, so listen to this while we have Pete busy. We're keeping him busy, because you're going to want to hear this.
All right.
Hey, Pete.
Hey, Gary, what's up?
Hey, listen, I gotta get right to the point. I got a really disturbing phone call from the guy that runs something called 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗏, and he said that you got a press pass from them saying that you were doing work for us. Is that true?
I don't know. I can't even speak right now.
What's going on? What's going on?
I'm just a little nervous.
Well, what are you nervous about?
My intent was just to go. I wasn't thinking about stepping on anybody's toes or.
Well, I mean, if you went and you paid for your ticket, then you didn't step on anybody's toes.
Oh man, I'm sorry for using Howard's name.
Listen, Pete, maybe we could turn this into a positive, okay? I got the tape. I don't necessarily have to give it to Howard. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Here's what I was thinking. You know, I work with Lifebeat. The music industry fights AIDS. It's an AIDS organization.
Yeah.
So right now I'm just trying to raise awareness of AIDS. That's sort of my big thing. So what I was hoping is if you could call the show one day and say that you have AIDS, I think that it would go a long way with the audience. I think a lot of people in the audience like you, and I think that it would help raise awareness.
If it helps the cause, then that would be okay.
I sort of need to really, drive this to the forefront. I really need to make this big. So what I really need you to say is that you had sex with a monkey, and that's how you got it.
Sex with a monkey?
Yeah, it can happen that way.
Okay.
Just, if you don't mind, I want to run through it with you, okay? So I'll be Howard, and you be Pete, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Hey, Pete, Medicated Pete, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard, how are you?
Good, Pete. How's everything going? What have you been up to?
Well, I just want to I just want to say that I recently
You sexy beast.
Yeah?
What do you watch when you beat your meat?
I like seeing a girl on top, the way she rides.
Ride that horse. Nay.
Like that, you know, they have a nice ass. You can see how she moves it and stuff like that.
Wiggle, jiggle, jiggle, wiggle.
Maybe like the POV blowjob type position.
Like about watching porn.
This scene, the girls do stuff. I don't know what to tell you. Girls do sexual stuff. What else are you supposed to watch porn for? Tit fuck.
See this guy who got fired for being a brony?
Oh, that's good.
You know about this?
No.
This guy, he's working. I'll see if I can sum this up. I don't want to read you the whole article. He's at work and he had like a My Little Pony character on his computer screen, on his, screensaver. Because he says he's not a brony, though. He just likes My Little Pony.
But that would be a brony.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to identify himself as a brony. So he does acknowledge that he set up a picture of Applejack, which is his favorite character.
Uh-huh.
And he didn't think it was a big deal. No one would see it anyway. But I guess some people at the office had seen his desktop picture of Applejack. So his boss said to him, look, I think it's weird, and it makes people uncomfortable that you have a TV show for little girls as a background. And so the guy said, okay, I'll take it down. So he took off his picture of Applejack. And then the boss brought his daughter by. The daughter's 9 years old. She comes in wearing a Rainbow Dash shirt, which is one of the characters on My Little Pony.
Uh-huh.
And so this dude walks up to her and says, oh, I really like your shirt. Now, this is my first lesson to you if you want to learn how to be at work. If you know your boss is really bugged and creeped out by you, having Applejack on your computer, don't go up to his daughter.
Right.
And start talking My Little Pony bullshit with him.
This guy was asking to be fired.
Right. So after the day is done, after he brings his daughter to work day and the kid's running around with Rainbow Dash shirts, the boss brings him into the office and confronts him and tells him again that he thinks it's weird and to cut it out. And then he says to his boss, instead of just saying, yes, sir,
right,
he says, well, it's no different than people pulling my son aside and talking about sports with him and stuff. So that's not the right answer. You just go, okay, no problem. He's going to argue it, kind of like Benji.
Yeah.
Hey, my son comes here and he don't do that.
There's nothing wrong with it.
It's okay to do that.
It's the same.
That's right.
Same thing. I can compliment him on his boner.
So then all the coworkers start teasing this guy relentlessly because he deserves it. 2 straight days they tease him. Like people start saying stuff to him in the hallways, like showing, this is a girl show and things like that. You like the brilliant coworkers go up to this guy and go, you like a show for girls. That was the quote. And stuff. You like a show for girls and stuff. So you tell it must be a whole office of idiots.
What is he doing?
You know what? It's a typical office. That's why I say it's not hard to rise up in business. Most people are imbeciles. They're busy worried about My Little Pony. Well, anyway, after all the teasing and everything else, this guy's pulled into the boss's office again and told that he's making all of the employees uncomfortable and that they have to be let go. And then this guy goes, what the fuck? I don't even think they can fire me for being a brony. So he calls up human resources to get some answers. But so now it's going on everywhere. Having a business nowadays is like running a kindergarten.
Yes.
Everyone with their individuality and their bullshit and the shit.
And everybody with their rights. You always hear about these rights. I have my rights.
Well, and anyway, this guy does say that there's a happy ending to this story because he got another job somewhere. So there it is.
I wonder what he does.
Yeah, with better pay and better benefits.
Well, good for him. This was a great thing then.
There it is. Now you know the rest of the story.
And we're back on the Jack and Rod Show. Please welcome 𝗛cie𝘄𝗿𝗱.
Hey, my name is Denise Crockta, and I have a book out called Sweat, A Practical Plan for Keeping Your Heart Intact While Loving an Addict. And I spend a lot of time with my passion helping families who have addicts in their families.
We're glad that you're on the phone because today here in the studio we have my teenage son Seth
and my teenage daughter Maria, and they've actually been in the green room smoking marijuana.
They're really, really high and they don't listen to us, and we were wondering, could you possibly set them straight
and get them off marijuana?
I will do my best. Good morning, Seth and Maria.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about this.
So, Seth and Maria, do you know that the pot that you smoke now is sometimes laced with very harmful chemicals? It's not just pot like it used to be.
Yeah, exactly.
And you like that? You like that?
Yes!
Yeah, so you like to know what it does to your brain?
Fuck it, man.
Uh-huh. So what do you think it does to your brain?
Duh.
Okay. How does smoking pot make you feel?
Pretty awesome.
Exactly.
Well, if people listen to this show, they're going to figure out that it's probably not a good thing to smoke marijuana. It may not help you too, but it might help other people. I can tell you that for many kids it is a joke, and it's a joke all the way to not having a life after you get a little older.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah, but is that okay with you?
Yes!
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Yeah, so you think that's okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you don't really plan on having a good fun life later on, because it turns into quite a bit of misery later on.
No.
So this is all a joke. I could see that.
Exactly.
That's interesting.
Good.
You know what? This is the most important thing that I always learned. You cannot reason with an addict.
Fuck no, you crazy.
Just as I said before, you can't reason with somebody who's using pot. So I would suggest find a therapist or someone that they are close to talk to about it.
It sounds like this guy's smoking a little synthetic marijuana.
Oh my god, I'm dying right now.
Good luck with that.
Fucking A, man. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Another moment in journalism bravery.
6 Australians made the cut. The Tour de France will... I'm just falling off my chair. No, I'm all good.
The Howard Stern Show. Howard 101 presents This Day in Howard History. 35-year anniversary.
All right, so Lucille Ball.
Right. Lucy had a heart attack yesterday. It happened around noon.
Oh, Gary Morton.
Yeah, they don't...
Gary, I love you. Oh.
They don't tell us what she was doing at the time, but she was seen being wheeled into the operating room.
Honey, you're dead too.
For heart surgery about 2 hours later.
Hey, Rick, Lucy's joining us up in heaven. Caramba.
Make room for Lucy.
But we're divorced, right, Fred? No, this is hell. You're still married to Lucy. Wait a second, let's,
And it looked pretty bad because everybody was getting their obituary ready.
Gary. Gary Martin. Oh.
Now, you remember Lucy had a scare back in May of 1988 where she went into the hospital.
She saw herself in the mirror.
Oh, boy.
That gave her a first heart attack.
She showed the videotape of herself on the Academy Awards in that slit with the dress. And Bob Hope's hand creeping up her thigh. Yeah, I gotta tell you, Lucy, this is something. I gotta tell you now.
But they couldn't really find any heart problem at that time.
They couldn't find her heart.
What are you saying? I'm heartless? You know, I developed a 3-camera shoot. You know, my gynecologist does a 3-camera shoot every time I'm on the table.
So anyway, yesterday they rushed her right into surgery. She was in surgery 7 hours. Which is a long, long time to have your chest opened up, open heart surgery. So anyway, now she's in the intensive care unit, and it's just a wait and see kind of thing. She is 77 years old.
Let's call Cedar-Sinai.
Yeah.
Get a Lucy
Get back
up
on the track here. Lucille Ball is sick.
there. So am I.
No, but I didn't know this. Dizzy Arnaz was 69 when he died. And
He was doing a 69 when he died.
And he...
Ooh, what a sexy man. The 69 number. Ooh.
And that was just 3 years ago. And Lucy's 77.
Ooh.
I didn't know she was older than he was.
Honey, you're old. I'm ugly, too.
That's right, I'm dying here. On the phone with us now via the good people at Cedar-Sinai Medical Center. We've gotten through to Lucy's room.
Ah.
Lucy?
Oh, hello.
Lucy, I just want to ask
Why do you keep calling me?
We're just so thrilled.
Why? Why do you keep calling me?
Hasn't anyone else called?
Would you call somebody in intensive care?
I guess.
Oh. And why do I keep answering? That's what I have to keep asking myself.
What kind of car did you drive, especially when you were with Ricky and, in the good old days? What did you drive?
A great big Chrysler.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Driving a car right now is right up in the top of my priority list.
What are you doing right now? Are you giving Gary Morton a cough job right now?
No.
Has Gary been in to visit you?
Who gave you this number?
All right.
And why are you doing this to me?
You know, she sounds better. You must be feeling better, Lucy.
Oh.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. You used to smoke so much on that show.
Oh, I still do.
You smoking now?
Uh-huh.
Did they cut a hole in your neck so you could smoke better?
No, I had to decide between oxygen and smoking.
And you opted for oxygen?
No.
Smoking.
She opted for smoking.
Really?
What was that again?
How many stitches do you have in your old sagging chest?
Oh, what kind of a question is that? Why are you asking all these questions?
Humor has really changed, hasn't it?
What humor? I'm in intensive
do you like the new
care and
comedians?
you're calling this humor.
Do you like the new comedians like Eddie Murphy and Gilbert Gottfried and these type of comedians?
I never heard of any of them.
Anyway, let me just say something.
What happened to the Sid Caesars and the Red Buttons and the Maury Amsterdams? Why can't people do good humor?
The dialects and the without the nasty stuff, huh?
Did you ever have an affair with George Goebbels?
We're just kidding around.
That crew cut used to turn me on.
Hey, but seriously, let me say this to you. Of course,
What kind of sounds did you make when you were having sex with George Goebbels?
The same as I'm making right now.
She coughed a lot. Well, let me tell you something. You're so right. George Goebel and Sid Caesar, great comedians, and they're going to be dead soon, like you, I imagine. But
why are you doing this to me?
As long as we're doing news about Lucy. Yes. There's an article about you in People magazine. Can I keep you on the line for a second here?
All right. Why am I talking to these crazy people every time?
I guess we can keep you on the line a little longer.
Lucy, where did you get that dress from that you wore in the Academy Awards?
That was nice.
Oh.
It's very sexy.
Hey, you like that?
Yeah, it was extremely sexy.
Oh, that's so nice. I got that from Bernadette Peters.
She lent it to you.
One of those movie dresses.
No, but Alan Carr picked out all the dresses himself, didn't he?
Alan Carr.
What a dear.
He's a wonderful man. He is a wonderful, wonderful man.
Well, let me tell you something. It says
he's in good health. I'm happy to report.
Let me say something.
Does picking out dresses for a living make you some kind of health risk or something? I don't know.
Let me ask you something, Lucy. It says here in the latest People magazine, I don't want to keep you on too long because I know at any given moment you can explode.
Oh, here's another card.
Who's it from?
Tom Bosley.
Tom Bosley?
Yes.
He's a nice man.
Yes, a wonderful man.
Did he send a bag over?
Here's one from Henny Youngman. That's wonderful. These are the things that keep you going, you know.
Well, have you heard from Uncle Milty?
Uncle Milty.
Because you know his wife died yesterday. Is he
Is that
still
right?
shot off a
that's
telegram to you?
Oh, I suppose you called her up, too.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah, Ruth, she's at the same medical center.
What are you people trying to do to me? I've got one foot in the twilight zone and one on a banana peel, and here you are calling me up.
Look over to your left or right. You might see her.
Are you in a private or a semi-private?
This is a private suite.
Well, I'm telling you, Mrs. Milton Berle should be rolling by any minute.
Stop it. Stop it. If you make me laugh, things could get dangerous here.
All right, Lucy, it says here in People magazine
Yes.
that your father was a telephone lineman and he died when you were 4. Your mother remarried and you were left with in-laws, and to keep track of you, they locked you in with a dog collar and leased you to an overhead wire in the backyard?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's
You
true.
say it like it's a bad thing.
That's all true.
Isn't that what Gary Morton used to do to you?
Yeah, on any given night.
Well, you people are saying it like it's a bad thing.
Lonely and scared, Lucy invented an imaginary friend named
Gary.
Sassafrasa?
Sassafrasa?
Sassafrasa.
Who assured her that someday she would be a movie star.
Oh.
Yes, and he will pick out dresses for me to wear on the Oscars.
Lucy, you're
That's
such
my nickname for Alan Carr. Sassafrasa.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Lucy, you're such a big star, and I want to
Thank
you,
you,
and I wish
honey. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's right. So I guess the secret to your success, according to people, is that when you were a little kid, you were just a sorry little bastard, and it made you grow up to want to be a star.
Whose parents would play S&M games with you.
Yeah, right. This is true. This
Well,
is what
she
it says.
also had a rotten teacher, too, because she flunked her first drama class.
In Jamestown. How did you know
labeled
that?
a no talent by her teacher.
Well,
We know a lot about you, Miss Ball.
Miss Lucy.
Miss Lucy Ball, Ricardo Morton.
Morton.
Miss Morton.
Thank you.
All right, Miss Ball. Hey, Miss Ball, one last question. When we got to go, because we got to get to the rest of the news. Has anyone ever mistakenly called you Miss Testicle instead of Miss Ball? Just kidding.
You know, I heard that one from Maury Amsterdam at the Friars Club about 50 years ago.
Yucca-puck.
And he's a wonderful man.
All right, Miss Ball, we got to go. And,
All right.
And listen, good luck to you.
All right, I'm fine. Now,
I had a bad case of Lucy Balls.
leave me alone.
All right, goodbye.
Why are you bothering
Hope
me?
you feel better.
I will, dear. Thank you so
Clear your
much.
throat, Lucy.
Hope that cough clears. All right, there she is.
A wonderful woman and a great talent.
She really is a big talent.
A woman whose heart is as big as her talent.
I think a few more minutes and we could have put her over the edge.
She was sounding a little bit better, though, than earlier this morning.
And
didn't
Robin,
you think?
don't you think it was gracious of her to stay on the phone so
For
long?
that long, you know, she's very polite. She wouldn't hang up.
Very polite. I mean, after all, what has she got to do all day except come in here and cut promos?
Hello?
Richard.
Yes.
Hi, how are you?
Yes, okay.
Richard, why did you not bathe? What was the point?
Why did I what?
Richard, you gotta be respectful. Clean yourself.
What are you talking about?
Richard, you gotta have some respect for people.
I do.
Oh, I'm disappointed, Richard.
Who are you?
Fred Norris. Show a little decency.
What are you talking about?
We'd rather you be clean.
About a year off your rocker. I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm clean.
Is there a smell? I'm too far.
Hey, I'm hanging up. You're weird. Hello?
Well, wash that man's rear.
What's the matter? Are you a sicko?
Oh my goodness, yes.
Why is that?
It's disgusting.
I'm disgusting?
Yes.
What makes you think you're not disgusting?
Richard, you gotta have some respect for people.
I do have respect for people, but I sure don't have much respect for you because I don't know what your game plan is.
We'd rather you be clean.
What are you talking about, be cleaned?
Clean yourself.
I had my shower this morning.
Good Lord. Well, wash that man's rear.
What are you talking about? Watch a man's rear?
Yes. I love those voluptuous mounds.
Man, you've got a problem.
A bright asshole. Now, where are you located?
It's none of your business.
What?
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 Huh?
What?
What do you mean, what?
What?
Listen, you dork. I don't know what your game plan is, pal, but you better quit calling.
It's not funny.
I know it's not funny. I think you belong in an asylum somewhere.
Rich, I don't believe you.
Is this religious or what?
Yes.
What kind of religion are you?
What?
What religion are you?
What?
What religion are you?
Baba Booey.
An Abba Booey?
Yes.
What the heck is that?
Baba Booey.
I've never heard of such a thing.
Oh, I'm disappointed, Richard.
Well, this conversation's over with, pal. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Welcome in. Good morning, everybody. It's the AM edition of Swap Shop. The question for the day is, what was the last show you binge watched? For me, Cheers. Good morning, happy Wednesday. You're on Swap Shop.
My name is John Hine.
Yes. What do you have? What do you have to buy, sell, trade, or give away today?
When did the Dukes of Hazzard jump the shark? Just some good old boys, never meaning no harm.
That is a good one. That's a very good one.
The Dukes of Hazzard chronicled the travails of the Duke cousins, Bo and
Yeah,
Luke.
you know.
Boss Hogg, who owned the town, couldn't stand those Duke boys messing up his plans.
Do you have anything you'd like to buy, sell, trade, or give away?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The true star of Hazzard County was the General Lee.
Thanks so much for your call. I really do appreciate
An
it.
orange Dodge that the Dukes adorned with a Confederate flag on its roof and an 01 on either door.
Looking for your phone calls on Swap Shop. Also, the question for the day is, what's your favorite bingeable television show? The last one that you binge watched. Taking your phone calls on that as well. Good morning, happy Wednesday. You're on Swap Shop.
How you doing?
Yeah. Real quick? What's your favorite bingeable TV show?
Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, Gilligan's Island is a good one. That is a good one.
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of the 7 most infamous castaways ever to grace.
We have to go to a break. Thanks so much for your call.
The SS Minnow was shipwrecked during its 3-hour tour.
Stop.
And Gilligan, the skipper too, the millionaire and his wife, the movie star, the professor, and Marianne.
Stop. Actually, we are going to shut down those phone lines, so no more phone calls. No more phone calls on the AM edition of Swap Shop today. No more phone calls. No more phone calls. All right. So we are going to take a time out.
I don't need no money for that diamond or that gold. As long as I can feel the imagination take control. I don't need no money for that diamond or that gold. As long as I can dance with yourself and get out of control.
Let's go to Charlie.
Hey now, Howard.
Hey now, and then I'll take a break, and then we'll... Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Charlie.
Howard, I've been with you since the 80s in Hartford. Real big fan. But and I'll be happy to be your manly friend anytime, by the way.
Thank you.
I have a question for you, sir. So, if you could have grown up and been the stud athlete, the good-looking guy, star quarterback, been like a nut on your couch now watching TV with Beth by your side, would you trade that life for your celebrity today? But then you get rid of all that anxiety and all that other bullshit.
Yeah, hell, I would love to have had a nice childhood. I would have loved to have been popular, good looking.
Do you think if you had expressed some special talent, your parents would have noticed?
No.
Oh.
I probably had some sort of talent, but no one wanted to really invest in me or take notice. I think I could have cultivated some talent.
Sure.
Certainly a love for learning if someone had even just read to me or explained something to me. I'm telling you, I make this joke, but it's the truth. I would have been better off being raised by wolves. Because wolves take care of their young.
Wolves actually talk to their kids.
Everything about my early life was misery. I had no clue about what I was doing.
You always had your wit, though, Howard.
No, I didn't.
You just didn't let it come out.
No, I was too shy. I felt useless, worthless. When I went off to college, I was clueless why you even go to college other than I had nothing else to do. And the one thing I knew somehow, I wanted to be in radio, and that had to do, I am sure, although I don't make the direct connection, that my father had been a radio engineer. But I remember even the long journey through radio was a nightmare and was horrible. There was nothing pleasant about being in a little house in Briarcliff Manor getting my first radio job and being awful at it, playing those stupid records over and over again, and broadcasting to no one, making $96 a week while other people had real jobs, and languishing for 2 years in a little tiny jail cell that I lived in and barely eked out a living. And then I got to Hartford and it was even worse. I was the morning man on a 50,000-watt FM station and simultaneously an AM station, and it was nothing but pressure. I was in it alone. I had to play those records, be the news guy, be the public affairs director, and somehow be funny, somehow get ratings while playing these records. I mean, it was as if God needed to intervene and somehow help me. I was a neurotic mess. It was pressure. It was horrible. There was nothing pleasant about it. And then I got hired in Detroit, and hell really started to kick in. I was.
Howard, if they had social media back then in Hartford, I'm telling you, you would have caught on so much faster because we all listened to you. I'm telling you,
it wasn't whether people listened to me. It was the neuroses, the constant fear. Don't forget, there's nobody on your team. Nobody cares about you. You better get ratings somehow. And what did I know about getting ratings? You don't know. You sit there and you go, oh, I know what I could do to be funny. And then you're funny, and the next thing you know, you're getting hauled into some guy's office, and he's yelling at you. And you're like, wait a second. I'm only doing this because I want people to listen so we can win. I have nothing malicious in my body. I'm not trying to screw anybody. Then I go to Detroit, and we're on the last shitty there's 4 rock stations, and I'm on the worst one possible. I go to a party, and someone said, what do you do for a living? And I go, I'm the morning man on W4. They go, oh, is W4 still on the air? I used to listen to that years ago. I mean, it was a nightmare. Wow. It was awful. The drudgery every day. I remember being in blizzards, and I'm getting in my Valiant, and I'm wiping the snow off my car. I can't afford snow tires. You'd think the station would have said, how are you going to get in? Nobody cared. You better be there. They don't put you up in a hotel. And I got to get in this car, and I'm up at 2 in the morning because I got to be there at 6, prepared. There's no one helping me.
It was, and then you get on the air and you screw something up and they're yelling at you.
Well, there was also all that pressure of those FCC.
Oh my God! And God forbid you got in trouble.
Logs.
You got to keep the logs, and if you forget, the whole experience was horrible.
What year did the FCC issue start? Because it wasn't back then.
It started in. The government started to go after me in a big way at NBC, 1981. And then you talk about pressure. I said, oh my God, not only don't I know if I'm going to last, the government's after me because I talked about a guy playing the piano with his penis. How absurd. No one was playing the piano with their penis. I talked about the idea of it. Penis is what they're worried about. People are dying. People are hungry. You had a mess. And this is what they're concerned about.
They were going to make America safe.
And I'm going to end up in jail. And who's complaining about me? The religious right. Because they're trying to raise money. The whole thing was horrible. It gives me the shakes. That's why I won't watch that movie I made. I don't want to sit there and shake. All right, I got to take a break. Thank you. Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck. It's a nightmare.
There was no joy at all.
None. And I am the lucky one. I made it. Because I was nuts.
No friends were made?
Who's my friend? Friends were made.
Well, I did have a group, when I was starting out, all that other stuff was going on. But there was a group of us who were sort of, trying to figure out how to make a living in radio together.
But why didn't you invite me to that party?
Well, you weren't in town.
Oh. All right.
Howard 101.
Oh, this is the manager of the Jesus Twins, or the ex-manager.
Manager of the Jesus Twins.
Your ex, right?
I am the ex-manager. Is this Howard and Robin?
Yeah.
Howard, how you doing? Listen, I just want to say right off the bat that it was an absolute pleasure being on your show. The 2 live visits in New York went very well. And
they were odd.
Howard, when we came back to Los Angeles, I really thought that the Jesus Twins were mature adults. They were sophisticated musicians, and that they were going to conduct themselves in a professional manner. Instead, they act like assholes and they call you a hook nose. And in addition to that, I also want to add that they took $40,000 off of my credit card, my corporate credit card, to spend on advertising that was inappropriate, and now I've got
Inappropriate.
I'm sorry?
Inappropriate.
Inappropriate, thank you. Did I say inappropriate? I'm sorry, I'm very upset right now, Howard.
All right, so you're not the manager for the Jesus Twins anymore?
I am currently not the manager. I'd be open to taking back that position if the Twins will call up and apologize to you for the way that they conducted themselves. I completely condemn.
Are you nude right now?
I'm sorry?
Are you naked right now?
Am I naked, Howard? That's completely superfluous.
Right, okay.
First time I've ever heard him laugh.
Yeah.
His laugh is more frightening than his speaking.
I know.
Anyway, I just want to make one point very clear.
Yes.
Right now, I'm very upset with the boys, and the reason I'm upset with them is that they are exceptional talents. They are the magnum opus of the 1990s, and
why did they fire you then?
They didn't fire me, Howard. I quit. I quit.
Why would you quit if you feel that way?
I quit not because of the music. I quit for my own personal reasons.
What is the reason?
Understand? You see,
what's the reason you quit? What is the reason?
An obligation to society. They have an obligation to conduct themselves like professionals, and it was the lack of professionalism that led me to make that decision. I officially quit on April 4th, and the reason why is that, first of all, a lot of what's been going on is due to a strong alcohol problem.
On whose part? Yours?
Yeah. Well, can't you get that under control?
Right now, just got out of AA.
What?
Well, do you think you should really be announcing? Do you really think you should be announcing that? I don't think you should be announcing that.
Got out of AA?
I don't know. You know what? I've had it with the Jesus Twins and this guy. All right, when they call up,
AA doesn't have a get out of.
you can get out of AA. Listen to me.
Okay, they left AA. But the bottom line is that the boys do have a drinking problem.
Well, so says you. They haven't said. Listen, hold it.
These
I'm going
are
to stop
just
you.
allegations.
Yeah, you're making allegations against people.
All right, well, forget the
I don't know anything about it. I don't want to know about it. I don't even care about it.
All right, the bottom line is that if the Jesus Twins will stop drinking, if they will get into the studio, stop acting like aberrant assholes.
Well, listen to me. Listen to me. Listen, this is your business with the band.
Yeah, can't you call them on the phone?
Call them on the phone.
The bottom line is that I have a responsibility to myself, and I have a responsibility to the music community. Are you still there?
Barely. I'm really trying to hang up on you. I just can't.
Music community. You're not even in that community.
Yeah. All right, listen. Go work it out.
That they can.
All right, if they call up and apologize on the air, you're saying you'll go back with them.
Even with the drinking problem you claim they
call up and apologize not only for the way that they acted toward me, but the way that they acted toward you, the way that they acted.
All right, I'm going to indulge this for 2 seconds. They're on the line.
Jesus Twins on?
Yeah. All right, Jesus Twins.
Yeah, John, you want to talk crap about me? Why don't you say it to my face, John, you pussy?
Listen, if the two of you were in front of me right now, I'd break all 6
John, you wouldn't even get laid if you didn't go constantly around town saying I'm the Jesus Twins manager.
All right, let me ask something.
Listen, I would be the manager if the two of you acted like adults, spent more time practicing your music and less time drinking and acting like buffoons. What happened at Billboard Live when the two of you schmucks embarrassed me? I told you to work on the 11 songs, but no! Instead, you had to get kicked out by security guards.
What are you, my dad? What are you, my dad, John? You've been fired. You shouldn't even be on the Howard Stern show. You're
I quit. Listen, who bought you the Mercedes Benz? Who bought Eric the BMW that I purchased out of my own pocket? Listen, I make $300,000 a year.
Yeah, and now what do you do? You're nothing.
On the streets where I met you. If it wasn't for me, the two of you bums would still be living on the streets of Hollywood.
Hey, you're complaining about an advertisement in Billboard magazine. At least that was money well spent.
Oh, really? Now I have a lawsuit.
Hey, Howard.
Yes.
Entertainment.
You guys got to get off the speakerphone. I can't hear you.
Not on speaker.
Oh.
This is a guy who spends $20,000 on hookers when we went to New York.
Oh, right. Okay, very well.
Is that true, John?
No, that is completely fallacious.
How much did you spend?
How much did you spend?
I spent $20,000 on hookers. I spent
Howard.
Right, okay, very well.
Is that true, John?
No, that is completely fallacious.
How much did you spend?
How much did you spend?
I spent $20,000 on hookers. I spent
Howard.
Right, okay, very well.
Is that true, John?
No, that is completely fallacious.
How much did you spend?
How much did you spend?
I spent $20,000 on hookers. I spent
Howard.
Right, okay, very well.
Is that true, John?
No, that is completely fallacious.
How much did you spend?
How much did you spend?
I spent $20,000 on hookers. I spent
Howard.
Right, okay, very well.
Is that true, John?
No, that is completely fallacious.
How much did you spend?
How much did you spend?
I spent $20,000 on hookers. I spent
Howard.
Right, okay, very well.
Is that true, John?
No, that is completely fallacious.
How much did you spend?
How much did you spend?
I spent $20,000 on hookers. I spent
Howard.
Right, okay, very well.
Is that true, John?
No, that is completely fallacious.
How much did you spend?
How much did you spend?
I spent $20,000 on hookers. I spent
Howard.
Right, okay, very well.
Is that true, John?
No, that is completely fallacious.
How much did you spend?
How much did you spend?
I spent $20,000 on hookers. I spent
Howard.
Right, okay, very well.
Is that true, John?
No, that is completely fallacious.
How much did you spend?
How much did you spend?
I spent $20,000 on hookers. I spent
Howard. How many people do
I'll tell you where I spent the money. I spent the money on musicians, on instrumentals. I spent the money trying to develop these guys. I flew them into New York.
John.
I was the one that was responsible for their success on I was responsible on your show, Howard.
Right.
Sorry, but they
John.
completely irresponsible.
John.
They owe you an apology.
Well, that I'll agree with. John.
I already agreed to that, but he wouldn't accept it. I'm done with that issue.
John.
Let me tell you one thing. You have some nerve. Shut up.
Wait a second. John,
Please.
how do you make $300,000 a year? That's what I want to know.
Well, first of all, I'm the vice president of two companies. He's a loser. He's done with Voltage Neon Systems. The other is J&E Music. We're done with him. He wanted to fire me because of the fact that these two punks had the audacity to take my credit card, credit card, and spend it on advertising. That was completely money well spent.
But it wasn't your money, guys.
Jobs. Listen, New York City in the limousine. All right, listen, I am getting calls from Howard's lawyers. I'm getting calls from
Yeah, well, you guys really screwed up.
Yeah,
we told you not to do that, and you did it.
Do what?
You know what I'm talking about.
Hey, John. John, you're going to have to deal with that now because the point is, you might as well spend your money on hookers without the Jesus Twins because that's the only way you got laid in the first place. Oh, really? Yeah, really? Listen, part of my responsibility as your manager, who got you the crew cuts? What? I mean, the hair, I'm sorry, the braids. Who purchased the money for the nice haircuts that you guys have? Who bought you the clothes? Who bought you the cars? If it wasn't for me, you guys would be living in a cardboard box. I need you guys to join today. We can get money from anywhere, you loser. I'm the loser. John, you're playing football. Everybody else is playing baseball. All right. Guys, let me ask you this. I'm willing to do this. I'm willing to buy you guys 2 new cars. I'm willing to bring you back on the condition that you guys clean yourselves up, get into the studio, produce. I didn't tell you this. I didn't want to tell you this. But I have right now a $10 million contract with a major record label just ready to sign. The instrumental musicians are ready to go. All I need is your signature. If you will meet me tonight and make it on the air. That's why you're the police. Come over to our place and put us... Howard, you wanted to arrest us, Howard.
Really?
For putting on the ad in Billboard magazine. I said, look.
He's right.
I didn't want to arrest you. You got that all wrong. Gus Brady was the one that wanted to arrest you. In fact, I got into a physical confrontation with Gus just the other day because he was talking smart about the two of you. Hey, John, why'd you have people come over to our place and have us make us go into AA, huh? That wasn't because I love you guys. Don't you understand? I'm your manager for crying out loud. You guys say, show me the money? The way that you've been acting, I'm thinking, show you the exit. But I don't want to do that. I think you guys are the greatest musicians of all time. Stop kissing our ass on the air, John. You have no career. It's over with. Stop the arguing. Perhaps, then maybe we can perform like true professionals and show Howard, Robin, Gary, among others, that we are the magnum opus of the next 25 years. John, you're out of the picture. Your history. We're going to get someone else. Oh, really? You're a loser without I encourage you to do that because with the way the two of you are acting, you're probably going to be performing somewhere on the streets of Greenwich Village or Venice Beach, probably asking for nickels and quarters. Let me ask you something, John. What is your claim to fame without the Jesus Twins? What is really? Listen, I am an executive genius. I got a 190 IQ. You know that to be a fact. Howard.
Yes.
I am a tested mensa schmuck. Speak for 1 second. Howard.
Right.
This is a guy who tried to get us arrested for putting the ad in Billboard magazine. Yet, I hear from women. I go to the same clubs as John. They make fun of him for showing off the Billboard ad magazine everywhere he goes. He goes, I manage these guys.
Listen to me.
Great.
It sounds to me like this guy's the only guy who's got money. So far, you guys haven't earned a nickel.
What, are you kidding me? They're assholes, Howard. I wouldn't spend all my time in AA because this idiot tried to get us arrested if we didn't go to AA, so we had to make a deal that we'd go to AA, and now we can't even play music.
Why can't you play music?
Listen.
It's hard to play music when you're not drunk.
My drinking is under control. There's nothing wrong with a cocktail once in a while.
That's true.
Really? Well, listen, you drink more alcohol than most people drink water. In 2 hours, you idiots. There's nothing wrong with getting stoned once in a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, listen, if you're going to keep up that attitude...
What do you call once in a while?
A few times a week. It adds to the music, and there's nothing wrong with that.
All right.
Howard.
Right.
Let me ask you a question. There's a guy, if he's my manager and I ask him to buy me a pack of cigarettes, he runs out of Thrifties, like I just asked him to buy me a cocaine.
Well, first of all, if I can address that issue, Howard, it is true. I don't smoke, I don't drink, and I don't do drugs. Just simply put, I'll tell you what. If you guys come back and you get your crap together, I'm going to have someone in Europe design a patch for each of you. You have to understand, these guys...
A patch?
That's right. I'm going to have a designer patch for these two.
For nicotine?
Each one will get a designer patch from France.
What do you mean, a patch? What is it?
Designer in France.
You're so stupid. What do you mean a patch?
That's right, for your cigarette smoking. What's wrong with cigarettes? I think it's bad for your career.
John, what do you care about a career? You're fired. You're gone. You're history.
All right, then forget it. I'm fired. Okay, I'm fired.
The Jesus twins.
Okay, why don't you set me on fire? Disco Inferno, burn, baby, burn.
Don't you have enough to deal with instead of calling Howard Stern?
These two gentlemen are unprofessional. They didn't fire me. I fired them because they embarrassed me. An indictment upon...
Hard to believe there's somebody on the planet that can embarrass you.
Howard, let me say this. I apologize to you. I'm sorry you didn't accept it. I can't do anything more than that. I won't agree to wear anybody's booger on the planet, not for $1 million.
Defense of the...
Yeah, you have to wear my booger.
That was very immature of you.
You have to wear my booger.
Howard, wait a second.
What's the big deal?
Get away from boogers. Howard, in defense of the Jesus twins, I know I'm supposed to be angry with them, but I love these guys. These are brothers, okay?
Stop kissing my ass, you fool.
Fuck you.
Wait a second. No.
Howard, wait a second. Anyway, I just want to say one thing.
All right, look, I gotta go.
What I'm going to do.
Right.
If I can straighten these two punks out, if I can get them to be civilized and normal, and carry themselves like the true professionals I think they're capable of.
It sounds to me, John, like the Jesus twins are saying goodbye.
It's time to move on to another group.
Yeah, I mean, you've said everything.
Let me just say this. John has put a lot of time and patience into us.
And money. Let's not forget the money.
I'm not saying that you haven't helped us out,
like
John.
$400,000 in 4.5 years.
Let me make it perfectly clear. I'm a control freak when it comes to my own life, and I can't have a dictator controlling my life, John.
All right, well, there you have it.
I'm willing to do, guys. I'm willing to negotiate because I love you guys. I don't think there's a group out there that is better than the two of you. You guys.
What are you negotiating?
They don't want you.
All right, then they don't need me.
Right.
But I'm just simply
John
saying.
Is a valuable asset to us, and I loved him before we got in a fight. But I will say this: I am not going to have John Mendelsohn control my life.
All right.
Listen, guys.
So you get off booze when you want to.
I never tried to put a leash, a collar around the two of you. I just simply said...
John?
Yes?
I think it's over.
You think it's over?
Yeah.
John, when you get us the $10 million contract that you agreed to get us, then we'll get
I have the $10 million contract in my briefcase right now.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yes. No, it's true. I was... You don't understand. You see, while you guys are drinking and smoking and doing whatever you guys want to do, I'm in meetings. I'm the manager. I'm always in meetings. I'm flying from one part of the continent to another. I'm always working. I get up at 4 in the morning and I often go to bed at 3 o'clock at night.
Now you're saying
You know how hard I work, Robin.
You get an hour's sleep.
Military, weren't you? If I'm not.
No, John, you're saying that you're saying in your suitcase right now is a contract for the Jesus Twins, $10 million.
$10 million. That's correct.
And you have
John, you want to impress us? Get us back on the Stern Show as regular guests.
I'll tell you what, Howard. I'll make you a deal. Okay, I will wear the booger. I will wear the booger.
Look at him humiliating
on the contingency that the boys failed to make it.
Let me get this straight.
I'll tell you what, Howard.
John, unacceptable. You didn't insult me. The Jesus Twins did, and they have to wear my booger.
Here's the deal, okay? All three of us will wear the booger if they don't make a number one song.
All right, if you won't wear the booger, then it's off.
Here's the deal. Twins, can you hear me okay? Can everybody hear me okay?
Yeah.
Oh, we hear you just fine.
Howard, I have enough confidence in them musically. I think they're total assholes, to tell you the truth. But musically, I think that there is no group better than they. I will do this. I will get them to the top. I am a genius in my own right. I have the ability and the work habits to make these guys number one in 6 months. If they're not number one, I will come on the show and I will eat your booger. I will make love to your booger. I will eat Robin's booger and Gary's booger. But if they are among, let's say, the top 10 on the Billboard charts, I want you to publicly apologize to the Jesus Twins.
No way. Why would I do that? What good is that for helping them? I'm not going to apologize to anybody.
Listen, Howard.
You're insane.
Howard.
You're right. He is insane.
Get rid of him. I'm with you guys.
You make them number one. I have to apologize to them? Why would I apologize?
I want an apology on the for us. I'll
Right.
tell you what, twins.
Yeah.
Twins.
Yeah. It's
I'll tell you what.
Twins
The two of you come back to work. Okay?
Say my name the way it should be said, not twins.
Okay, if the Jesus Twins are willing to come back to work, I will have a Mercedes-Benz waiting for each of them. I will give them a $200 advance, and I'll tell you what.
What? A what?
A $200 advance.
What is that going to do?
It's going to buy you cigarettes, you schmuck.
John, that won't even pay for my cigarettes, John.
I'll tell you what.
How could you stand them?
They're
nothing, and look at how bad their attitude is.
They're going to start smoking generics.
I don't think so.
If the two of you don't go back to work, you're going to be on the street begging for generics.
You said you have musicians who record all the music. Who do you think wrote the goddamn songs? John.
I can't release that over the air, but I've got it all set up.
Who do you think wrote the songs, John? The Jesus Twins wrote the songs.
Well, who do you think paid for the songs to be produced, schmucks?
Let's face it, you're out of work on welfare without the Jesus Twins.
Oh, really?
Although you may have given us a lot of money, and you paid for our living expenses over the last 5 years,
my high
without
school
us, you have
class
nothing.
valedictorian. Okay? I was an exceptional college student. I was a collegiate debater.
There he goes promoting himself again.
I don't need the two of you. I'm doing it because I believe in your music. It's not about the money. You guys constantly say, show me the money.
All right, okay, all right. Listen, I could listen to this all day. You know?
They're fascinating.
Believe in the music.
But they're only fascinating when the three of them are together.
Right.
Believe in the music. Get us in the studio. Get my car fixed up.
I'll tell you what, guys, I'll do this. I'm willing to meet with you guys tonight.
I don't think so.
I'll tell you what.
John, talk.
I'll tell you what. I'll make you guys a deal. All right? $1,000 a day. That's $5,000 a week. That's
That's $7,000 a week.
All right. How about $6,250 if you stop drinking? I'll tell you what. If you guys promise me not to drink, if you promise to cut down on the cigarettes, if you promise to cut down on the marijuana, then I might consider the idea of thinking of...
The marijuana adds the music. There's nothing wrong with marijuana.
All right, I'll tell you what. All right, I'll agree to the marijuana. I'll agree to the cigarettes, but you got to cut down on the alcohol, guys.
And what's the deal? $1,000 a day?
Killing your liver. It's going to kill your performance, and I don't want to see you guys...
You have no group. You've invested all this money.
Oh, really?
You have nothing without us. You're an out-of-work manager without us.
All right, I'm going to tell you one thing. I can make money, but I will acquiesce on one level. I think you guys are the best. There's no group out there that is better than the...
We already know that. We already know that, John.
I'll tell you what. I'll make you guys a deal.
Show me the money.
How serious are you
As Jerry Maguire says, show me the money.
Show you the money? What if I show you the exit? Cuba Gooding. Listen, I mean, the way you guys are acting, I should send you both to Cuba.
I wish I could live with him. So I could have this every day.
I swear to God, you guys are such idiots. I swear to God. If you promise not to drink, and you promise to get in the studio and do your jobs, I guarantee you I'll show you the money, I'll show you the cars, I'll show you the women, and I'll show you a platinum...
Wait, John.
We've been together for 5 years.
Creativity? John, what about the creativity aspect? I want full control of the musical creativity. I will not...
You guys let me do your job. If you let me do my job, I'll let you guys do your job.
I will not sign with any label who will not grant the Jesus Twins complete musical creativity.
All right, I'll tell you what.
John, don't stroke me. I'm not stupid. I know you have a modus operandi. You think you could stroke me on the Stern Show? It's not going to happen. I want something in writing. I want the money in writing.
I'll tell you what, guys. You guys got it. You want creativity? You got it. But you look at my job. Shut.
All right, why don't you guys go work this out?
Looks like they're gonna get back together.
Yeah, looks like they're getting back together.
Hey, John.
I'll tell you what. If you stop the alcohol, I'm again your manager.
All right.
But anyway.
All right, why don't you guys go work this out?
Howard, I'll tell you what. Hey, guys, I'll make you a deal. If you promise not to drink, I'll accept my position back. What do you guys have to say?
You get us back on the Stern Show as regular guests, then we'll consider it.
All right.
You make a deal with Howard.
What do the boys have to do to get back on the show?
Where my booger?
We'll get back on the show with open arms, or forget about it.
So wait a second. Beside the booger, forget the booger. I mean, let's get away from the sandbox, the third grade stuff.
All right, listen, I gotta go. You guys go work out your deal.
Has nothing to do with
It has nothing to do with us. What?
Hey, Howard.
Deal with John right now.
No, I'm not dealing with
John
it. Don't tell me.
got you back on the show.
Don't
so
tell
you
me.
ought to take him back.
Yeah, don't tell me who to deal with.
All right, well,
Howard, first of all, I think you're a genius in your own right.
The history of music, and if
You're listening to the Howard Stern Show. Yes,
I could listen to that.
Vehicle police recovery.
I could listen to that all day, but what can I tell you?
I love this.
Yeah, I love that. What can I say? We have so many bigger issues to tackle. I cannot sit there with this.
Issues of consequence.
Exactly.
Well, if you send him a cock, he'll retweet it. An image of him getting fucked, he'll retweet it. A sexy shot of Ava Braun, he'll retweet it. But don't give a shit. Just tweet it. Whatever. To Roddy Munn is Munn. He won't check. Don't send anything. I have no clue. Could be a lady. That has a penis. Fine with me. Or hidden Roddy. Oh, for sure. Just jerk it off. You tweet it. I didn't retweet it. Retweet it good.
We're going to call my parents.
What are they up to?
I was thinking about it. This weekend I was thinking about how I never used to hear him having sex. And I'm wondering if they did it, when they did it.
You're not going to ask.
I am. I'm going to call my mother.
Oh, no, Howard, you can't do that.
I wonder how many times a week they had sex.
Oh, no.
I don't know anything about my parents. I was thinking about it this week. I don't know anything. And in our house, you never saw the house I grew up in. I was practically right on top of their bedroom.
They probably quit after you.
They probably stopped. No, I don't think so.
They said, no, we can't risk having another child after Howard.
I think my mother's really into it. I think she enjoys a good man. It's embarrassing, but it's something everyone always wanted to ask their parents.
Having him for a son?
Hey, let's call your mother and ask her. Did you ever hear your parents?
My mother never had sex. I was adopted.
Want to call your parents too? We'll find out.
You can. I don't know what kind of answer you'll get.
We'll call Bobby's mother too. She's real funny on the air. Come on. Why not?
Not a chance, Howard.
It'll be.
Why? It'll be a survey. It'll be a bit. Did you ever hear him?
She gets too nervous and it's none of your business.
Did you ever hear him having sex?
I'm not saying Howard.
Bobby probably did. He probably enjoyed listening.
I used to hear my mother talk about it, but I never heard it.
I never heard my mother moan or anything, man. Either my old man was real bad in bed, or I wonder if they're still having sex. I still wonder. Because they're getting up there in age. How old are your parents?
My parents are in their 60s.
Forget it, but they're not doing it anymore.
My father has a bad heart. You don't upset him.
My father's in his 60s. What am I laughing at? But I think he's still into it.
Yeah?
I think he enjoys it.
Well, I've known people well into their 80s who've kept the spirit alive.
I'm definitely doing that.
I believe that because that's one of the sacred things. You never talk to your children about sex.
Well,
Let them learn it in the streets.
We're so irreverent on this show. We're going to break all those sacred cows. We're gonna milk those sacred cows on this show.
We're gonna tear down those traditions.
Are we gonna call my parents?
Yes, we should. I wouldn't do this, but you can.
Doing the parents thing.
Actually, what you want to find out now is whether, when, where did they have sex?
Yeah, I can't figure out when they were doing it.
Get their permission.
Yeah. Let me get their permission.
I can't believe
My father won't go on the air with us. My mother will.
believe he's making this call.
It's ringing 2 rings.
I think they left.
We're talking 3 rings.
I don't blame them. I wouldn't be home either.
No answer.
Uh-huh.
Bummer.
I don't blame them, Howard.
We can call my sister and ask her if she ever heard my parents having sex. They're not home.
You know, they're probably at home, but they're not answering the phone. Would you?
Oh, come on. It's about time families opened up. Let's call my sister.
Oh, no.
She'll go on the air. Sometimes she'll go. Sometimes she says no. Sometimes like she's uptight about going on the air.
Well, this is a very sensitive subject.
Let me get her permission. Hey, Ellen, come on the air with us. All right, thanks. There you go. She's coming on the air.
Hi, Ellen.
Hi, Ellen.
Hi.
Hey.
Yeah?
You been listening to the show?
Yeah.
Did you ever hear Mom and Dad getting it on?
Yeah, one time.
Ooh. Hey, we never discussed this before.
Yeah.
When was this? In Rockville Center?
No, Roosevelt.
In Roosevelt?
Yeah.
Would you walk in on them?
Yeah, I walked in.
Whoa. Now, was this during the morning, afternoon, or evening?
When was this, in the evening?
Yeah, late at night. I had a bad dream, and I walked in on them.
And so did they. They had a bad dream.
Yeah, they probably punched her in the face. How old were you?
I didn't think that I realized what was happening.
You know what the psychologists say? They think that they probably think Dad was hurting Mom.
Yeah.
No.
Were they excited?
Very natural. They acted very natural. And I don't.
How old were you?
I must have been about 12, 13.
Wow, where were you, Howard?
Boy, I never saw anything. How come you never told me about this?
Howard, because you were too young.
Damn, and I missed it.
You could have woke him up, Ellen.
You were very immature about those things.
I still am, so what? So what did they say to you? Just go back to bed?
Because I was more concerned about my dream, and they tried to comfort me.
Oh, that's interesting. They didn't kick you out?
I didn't even think they did it anymore. You think they still do?
Sure.
Boy, my sister, this is a revelation that
But they've been very careful because they hadn't had any more children since Howard.
Hey, this could have really damaged you psychologically.
No, that was good.
Because all the psychologists say that, if you see your parents like that, they think your father is hurting your mother.
At a very young age.
I didn't see anything. They were covered up.
Oh, they were covered up. Oh, that stinks. Oh, too bad.
Howard, you're terrible.
Hey, I didn't know that. Hey, thanks for sharing that.
I remember Dad once came out and said, "There's too much modesty in this family." And he came out nude, and I hid my face.
Oh, man. Hey,
wait a minute. These are revelations that we never knew about.
That I remember.
Hey, I had a pretty kinky family.
Yeah, missed that one.
And now we understand why Howard is the way he is.
Oh, I didn't know about any of this stuff.
Yeah, you weren't home.
Boy, this is pretty heavy.
But it certainly had an effect on you, Howard.
Yeah, it's having an effect on me right now. My sister walking in and seeing my parents. I never saw anything. I never heard nothing, never saw anything.
Howard, you don't even remember me growing up. How could you remember that?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you always thought I was in college since I was 5.
Yeah. I never remember her being home. It's like I blocked her out of my mind.
My goodness.
So?
Hey, thanks.
All right.
Yeah, that was a great
yeah, that was
bit
excellent.
of sharing there,
Yeah,
Howard.
really. All right. I'll see you later, Al. Bye-bye.
Goodness. That's very... Have you ever walked in on your parents, Judy?
No.
I'd like to walk in on Judy. I'd like to see her and her husband. My sister being very honest.
Yeah, that was a great story, yeah.
Whew. Boy, I never saw anything.
If you see a fat nerd at McDonald's who makes weird noises when he speaks, if he's eating a fish sandwich, that's JD. He likes to jack off into t-shirts, but he hates to wash his sheets. He mumbles like a jackass, that's JD. That JD loves to eat, and he's got disgusting feet and a weird Ohio accent, that's JD. He made a webcam gonna make a dog lick her pussy.
Portage, Utah. I want to hear the time Paul Rodriguez was in the studio, and you guys had a girl named Sunshine in there, and she was just crazy because she said she hung out with Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise, and it was just so funny because Howard was, indulging her, and Paul Rodriguez was in there, and it was great. Fred made a phone call as Brad Pitt. It was the girl Sunshine. She came in. She was a crazy girl off the street. It was so funny. I laughed my ass off, and that just shows you how Howard is a true interviewer. He can interview anybody off the street, and it was just great. Paul Rodriguez was funny. Bye.
Here's another fan favorite request on Howard 101.
Hey, yeah, this is Max from Portage, Utah. I want to hear the time Paul Rodriguez was in the studio, and you guys had a girl named Sunshine in there, and she was just crazy because she said she hung out with Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise, and it was just so funny because Howard was, indulging her, and Paul Rodriguez was in there, and it was great. Fred made a phone call as Brad Pitt. I laughed my ass off, and that just shows you how Howard is a true interviewer. He can interview anybody off the street, and it was just great. Thank you. Bye.
Meanwhile, I can't believe how many people own an iPhone that don't know that there's a whole new operating system you can download for free with all kinds of cool new features.
And you can get into the cloud.
You have an iPhone?
Yes.
Did you download the new
I
thing?
haven't done it yet.
What?
What?
Oh
I
my
was
God.
very busy this weekend.
I was beside myself. I couldn't wait to download this.
I was watching somebody else on their iPhone do all that stuff.
Oh, it's fantastic. I'm in love with it. But a lot of the new features, you don't know where to go to learn how to use some of them.
Uh-oh.
I go to John Hine, who's been teaching me stuff.
But where does he go?
John, how did you learn how to use the new reminders thing with all the new features on it? I'm sorry, I'm not a teenager who just intuitively knows how to work these things. I need a manual. And so did John. On the new iPhone operating system, is that what you call it, an operating system?
Yeah, the iOS 5, yeah.
iOS 5. How did you learn? Where do you go if you want to learn how to work everything?
I mean, I went into Google, I searched how to set up iOS 5 reminders.
Right.
It gave me links to a Macworld article, a CNET article, a couple other articles.
Right.
I looked at them, and then a lot of trial and error, basically.
Good. His trial and error is great because all the questions...
Then you just get the questions answered.
Yeah, because some people give me a quick answer, and it's not the right answer. He's got the right answers. He's good.
There's a lot going on in this.
It's beautiful.
OS.
Now, with the new operating system, do you care if you have the new phone?
I don't. This is enough for me.
I really want to see how that assistant works on the new phone. What do you say? Email my daughter or whatever, and it just does it. That's pretty cool. If it
I don't believe it works because, I have some voice-activated things in my life, like my phone, and it doesn't hear me. Sometimes I'm yelling at it. It'll go, "Where will you be?" And I go, "Home." Where will you be? Home. I'm not understanding you. Do you want to teach me what you said?
Right.
I go, home. Home. And Beth, all she hears is my end of it. She doesn't hear the annoying
You're just yelling
assistant.
home into the phone.
She doesn't hear my electronic assistant who can't fucking understand a word I'm saying. I'm speaking pretty clearly. Or I'll be like, call. Say the name of the person you want to call. I go, Ben Stern. Beth Stern? No. Is that correct? No. What is the name of the person you want to call? Ben Stern. Beth Stern? Is that correct? No. And all you hear me going, no. like a maniac.
Look, I've done that thing of yours because every time I call, it says, "Who are you?" I tell my name, and then they say, "We don't know you. Put in your number." I put in my number. Oh, we know someone with that number whose name is Robin. Yes, I'm Robin. Would you like to help me learn your name?
Well, you have all day for that. I have no one calls me. Because everyone hates calling me because of that stupid voice recognition. I can only imagine when I turn my iPhone into an assistant. Because in the commercial, it looks really cool.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, do you want me to put that in your contacts? Yes. What? I didn't hear you. That's the part they don't say in the commercial. Yeah. they put it in the wrong place. Nah, none of that shit works. Voice recognition is a nightmare.
But you got to figure for Apple to include it, it's got to be, I'm thinking it'll
You're
work.
going to have to learn a whole bunch of voice commands. I'm telling you, it's not as conversational as they're making it out to be. Trust me.
I'm curious.
All right, well, hey.
But for now, I just upgraded, I put the OS on my current phone. Works fine.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, it says that they've, had record sales of the new phone already, and even Steve Wozniak got in line.
Some people think it's because
waited.
of the death of Steve Jobs that they wanted.
They said that was part of it, like a tribute to him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm interested in the new phone, but I'm not going to rush out to get it because mine's operating pretty well, and I got things running smoothly, and I have the new OS, and it's kind of cool. How long do you think Apple's going to keep that picture of Steve Jobs up on their website?
I know. Every time I turn on my computer, I'm looking at Steve Jobs.
Yeah, like at what point are we going to, take that down? Do you think? I mean, where is the main page? I can't find it.
I know. You're sort of
lost.
I know he's gone. I want to find something for my iPhone.
Stop depressing. Yeah, I'm looking for information.
I'll give it to the end of the week if I had to guess.
Right. Yeah, I wonder. Do you know they're having a discussion at Apple? Like, someone's got to decide how long
who's
they
going to
keep.
pull the plug on
When you go on Apple.com now, they just have a big picture of Steve Jobs. It says 1955 to 2011.
Right.
It's like it's depressing, and it was a beautiful tribute, but
yeah, the first day was like, oh, isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Second day was like, oh, it's still
That's
there.
still nice. That's
Now
nice. Yeah.
it's like, oh,
Today's Sunday. All right, time to go.
How great is it to have that tray back, though?
The tray, yeah, that's cool. They got a little tray. Beautiful. All right, Johnny boy. Here's a guy who says he has the voice assistant on the new iPhone.
Okay.
Hey, J-Man, how'd you get a new iPhone already?
Oh, yeah, they shipped on Friday.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you
it's
could
awesome.
pre-order.
Why is it awesome?
Honestly, like everything you were saying, you're hesitant. Maybe it doesn't work as well as you think it does on the commercial, but it freaking understands everything you say.
All right, you got it with you?
Yeah, I'm talking to you on it right now.
All right. Can you tell? But you can't tell it to do something while you're talking to us.
No, probably not.
I would like to hear you tell it something. Tell it something.
All right, I'll try. We'll see.
So you can't even think of what he wants to tell it.
Yeah, no, it won't go into the Siri assistant thing.
Right.
But no, dude, I was in a big, really crowded room, so I thought I was gonna have trouble understanding me yesterday. I was at a beer thing, and I was like, send an email to my brother saying, "Go fuck yourself," and no joke, it just types, "Go fuck yourself," and then it says, "Do you want to send this?" And you say yes, and then it went.
And he knew what you meant by your brother?
Yeah.
Or did you give him the actual name?
I gave his actual name.
Right. Yeah. Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's and then it'll like joke around with you. So if you give it something ridiculous, like you say, like, I want to hide a body, it'll say, I found this dump site near you. And then it shows you on a map the nearest, like, reservoir.
I don't want jokes from my phone.
It's smart enough that it even understands when you're being sarcastic.
All right, yesterday I wanted to find a DVD of Green Lantern, and I said there's no stores. So if I said to it, hey, assistant, where's the closest store to me that sells DVDs? Would it know how to do that?
Yeah, absolutely. And even if it doesn't totally understand your question, it'll type it into a web browser automatically and then just search Google and then show you on a map whatever you're looking for.
That's pretty cool. Maybe I got to get that. I think I need that.
Yeah, right? Everybody needs it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool, too. I think he can...
Well, if it starts joking around with you, now you're going to have your own personal best friend.
You also have to figure that Apple...
What happens if you say to it, like, hey, man, I need a hand job? What would it do? We got to talk to this thing. Bring it in here.
Jennifer Hutt told me that, her sister told me that her kids got it, and they say into it, fuck you. and it says back, now you know you didn't mean to say that.
So I don't know your passcode. I mean, don't give me your passcode. Where do I get a hand job in New York City?
Okay, here's a place matching hand job. It's a little ways from New York City.
Oh, let's see.
Let's see what you get.
Helping hands.
See, you got to teach it what a hand job is.
Let's see. Let's see. Where can I get masturbated in New York City?
Searching for where can I get masturbated in New York City.
Oh, it gives me Robin's address. All right, it's thinking.
It's going to explode.
Oh, it took me to Google. Masturbation. Masturbate New York. Hey, it's pretty cool. Took me right to Google. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Says I can't help you. Let me send you to Google.
Let me see.
What about the Green Lantern thing you read?
Yeah, look at that. I need a copy of the Green Lantern movie.
Oh shit! Wait, I lost it. How do I get it back? Just press the button. Hold it down.
Yeah.
Where can I get a copy of a DVD Green Lantern in New York City? I'm busting its balls.
Okay, here's a place matching Green Lantern. It's a little ways from New York City.
Uh-oh.
That's for. Oh, let me see. Where can I buy a DVD on the Upper West Side of Manhattan?
Searching the web for where can I buy a DVD on the Upper West Side of Manhattan.
It certainly understands you.
She's kind of cunty, if you ask me.
She's not nice, but...
Yeah.
Because of the math, though, you don't have to be so specific. You could just say, like, where can I buy a DVD? And it'll show you close.
Wow. Yeah, look on Google. Music. It says right here, music and DVDs, Upper West Side Manhattan. Wow. Cool. I might get this. I think I need this.
Uh-oh.
Right.
So the cloud isn't enough.
Go fuck yourself.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
I said go fuck yourself. Not so much to say right now. Did she just cough, or was that the guy in the front? Thank you.
Can you get a different voice?
Let me see if I can tell it to write an email. Take an email.
I can't get your email while your phone's locked. You'll need to unlock it first.
Here, unlock it.
Oh, how cool is she?
That's pretty cool. That
25 emails.
I want to send an email to Robin Quivers. Seem to have stumped her. I want to send an email to Robin Quivers. So now I stumped it already. It's bullshit. How come it won't listen to me? Let's see, I'll hold it down again. I want to send an email to Robin Quivers.
There you
What's
go.
the subject of the email?
Brad Pitt is a movie star.
What would you like your email to say?
Robin, once again, I am telling you that Brad Pitt is a movie star and that you are wrong. He is a box office success and he's married to a very beautiful woman. And I know that because she used to model.
And Whitney Cummings is a model.
And Whitney Cummings used to be a model. Let's see.
Here's your email to Robin Quivers.
Robin, once again. Wait, Robin, once again, I'm telling you that Brad Pitt is a movie star and that you are wrong. He's a box office success and he's married to a very beautiful woman. I know that Chris used to use the mop and Whitney Cummings used to be a model.
Well, that it went a little off.
I know that Chris used the mop.
She didn't understand you.
But that's pretty good.
It is good.
Yeah, send this to Robin, please.
Okay, I updated the recipient.
Well, there we go.
Good.
my point is, like, they've been trying to do this for a very long time, and I think Apple's staking their phone. Like, this is it, but this is the feature that they're advertising. It's got to be pretty good.
Android has voice recognition.
It does.
And I always found instead of, like, saying my text, I still wanted to type them.
Really?
If I'm driving and I can do what you just did, you know, email Robin and say, and it just goes, that's
yeah,
pretty
that
useful.
might be pretty cool.
Okay. Hey, J-Man, thanks.
Time for the first pitch from former President Barack Obama.
What do you think? How do you think he did?
I think he did terrific.
Was it a strong pitch?
It was, hey, it made it to the plate.
With confidence?
Did you see Baba Booey? It went that way.
Yeah, that's true.
The Howard Stern Show.
Mother, do you think they'll like this song?
That is a good song. Normally I'd let this play through, but I got little Steven out there.
Yes.
I like Artie's version. All right, let's say hi to, I don't know if he likes to be called Little Steven. Does he like to be? Hey, where's
I think he chose that name.
Where's Steven's plug? Steven Van Zandt.
There he is.
There's the man. Do you like to be called Steven or Little Steven? I don't know. I don't know what to call you sometimes.
Stevie's fine.
Stevie's fine? I'd call you Steve.
Oh,
Who gets to call you Little Steven? Like the guys in the E Street Band? Is that like for people who knew you growing up?
Only Little Richard calls me Little Steven. That's it.
I mean, Little Steven, like Bruce doesn't call you Little Steven, does he?
No, it's Steven or Stevie, whatever.
You know what I got to ask you? You know that song that Bruce wrote? But it's like he wrote it to a chick, but supposedly it's about you, Bobby Jean, or whatever that is.
Yeah, I heard that.
That's about you leaving the E Street Band, right?
I never asked him.
But it was like he was singing to a chick. Like, was he fucking in love with you? I mean, what's going on over there?
Really, you never heard about whether that he never asked him about that? Because that's a rumor. Well, it's awkward, obviously. You see what I was saying?
You listen to it, you don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
When you left the E Street Band, you know, it broke Bruce's heart, right?
Well, I don't know about that. It was mutual. I mean, it was a very amicable split. You know, he understood. I wanted to just. I was getting into politics. I wanted to learn about what's going on in the world, and I needed to split for a while. You know?
But you had been his friend since you were little kids, and it was like he lost his arm or something.
I did watch his back. Yes, I kind of had the same job I now ended up with on The Sopranos. You know?
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
Yeah.
What's with Gandolfini's weight? Is he ever? He's dangerously fat, right?
No, he's losing already. Now the show's over.
Oh, you mean that was for the show? He had to keep that up?
Yeah, you know, we all kind of blew up as the years went on.
Was that on purpose, or it just kind of happened?
It just kind of happens. I think you're working so much, especially him. I mean, he was if the script was 7 pages, he's doing 5.
That's unreal. And he's always eating on the show anyway.
Well, it's kind of part of the show.
That's what's cool about it. Because on TV, you see fat guys never eating.
It's hard when you gotta eat because when you shoot like a film, because you gotta get it from 80 angles, you keep fucking eating.
Yeah, you never wondered why Tony was gaining weight.
You know, I am shocked that Gandolfini says, I'm sick of the part. I played Tony Soprano for years. I want to move on. Blah 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 blah. If I was him, I'd play that forever. Because you know what? It's a great part.
You're never going to get another part like
that. If I was him, I'd legally change my name to Tony Soprano. What do you think of that? I'd actually go be in the mob. Are you tired of doing it?
Mob?
No, I would do it forever. I'm like you.
You love it, right?
I love it. But, you know, I'm not there, 16 hours a day. You know what I mean? I mean, it's murder. I tell you, I've had a couple episodes where I had a big part of that episode.
One of my favorite episodes is when you have to take over for the mob.
Right.
That's what I loved, and you found the job too hard.
Yeah, you stressed out. That was a great angle.
Well, I'm the only character that doesn't want to be boss, on the show.
It's great.
But that 2 week. I mean, our show went to what did we go to 17, 18 days of show, right? And those 18 days, I worked almost every day. Like literally 14, 16 hours a day.
There was a time...
now I know why it goes crazy.
Right.
There was a time on The Sopranos that you were making about $80,000 an episode. This is well publicized. And you were able to say to them, look, last season's coming up. I want $200,000 an episode. You said that to them. Were you able to say that because you made plenty of money with Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band? I mean, you made a lot of money.
Well, here's the thing, Howard, that nobody really knows. Because of the HBO thing, there was a sweetheart deal done when they started.
Right.
So there's no residuals. What you make that week, that
that's
show.
It.
That's it.
I don't blame you. I think HBO is infamously cheap. I've tried to do business with them. They always cheap out.
And they're syndicating the show now.
Yeah.
I don't take umbrage with it, but you were able to hold out where other guys maybe weren't, right?
I was one of the last. I just felt, money for me, honestly, and I know it's going to sound really stupid, but for me, money, all it is a sign of respect. That's all it is.
Right.
I don't need the money. I don't need to, I don't need to work on The Sopranos for money. Luckily, I'm very lucky that way.
Right.
So money to me is just, how much respect are you getting? And I just felt, we needed to talk about it. They weren't really. It never got that ugly, honestly. It was okay, But I just was like, look, I understand if you only want to pay this much, maybe it's time to move on. I'd rather stay,
Howard?
Yeah.
Does that mean that Steven doesn't get anything? Because those DVDs sell like crazy. So no DVD rights?
Zero?
Nothing.
Nothing from foreign sales, nothing from syndication, nothing from all those calendars, DVDs, nothing.
Why do you think that was? I think in the beginning nobody would anticipate that this would be such a huge phenomenon.
Well cable in general, you know what I mean?
Right.
They figure this is a new way maybe for actors to make a few extra dollars,
The Sopranos made this whole genre.
Well, it certainly made the DVD for sale thing, I think. You know, that didn't exist for TV shows, did it?
Right. And
Not
those,
really.
those DVDs are really good because you like going back to the beginning, and you can see that this creator, David Chase, really had the whole idea in his head because everything ties together.
It's amazing.
But you know, it's funny. That's a good point too. Like DVDs have changed the business. It's like another form of syndication. Like Seinfeld went back and re-promoted the DVD release of Seinfeld.
Yeah.
And you guys did start that, so you couldn't have anticipated that in a contract.
No, and the cable, you know, the unions or whatever couldn't have anticipated this. And what was it, HBO started like 69 or 1970 or something.
Have you become very close to James Gandolfini?
Yeah, we all became very close.
Do you hang out with the cast members?
Occasionally, yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
But not like your relationship with Bruce Springsteen. I mean, that's practically, as Bruce would probably admit, you're almost like lovers, not in a gay sense, but in the sense that you're that close. You know everything about him.
Brothers is probably more... Brothers.
Better term.
Yeah. Let's go with brothers.
Why did you leave Springsteen? Was it hard for you as an accomplished musician to have the band called Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band? I mean, when you grow up with a guy and you're in the neighborhood with him, and then the band happens and he gets all of the attention, it's got to be tough.
Howard, I swear to God, it was my suggestion.
Really?
Yeah, we had many bands together growing up. And finally, one day I said to him, you know what, you should start using your name in the band's name because, you know, he's writing everything. It was his vision.
Right.
He was a lead singer. We would go back and forth on lead guitar, but basically it was his thing. And I thought, you know, he should be... I wanted him to be the biggest star in the world growing up. I just felt he deserved it. And he was the real thing. He wasn't one of these phony people being created by a company, you know, by the industry.
Yes.
By the time we got in the music business, we were already, you know, a little bit older than most people, and we're making a living playing live, you know.
Do you think that he never would have called it Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band if you hadn't said to him, look, it's okay?
I don't know. You know, I think he would have went back and forth, but I was the one that really said, you know, let's do it that way. Yeah.
What kind of politics were you interested in when you left the band?
This is what happened.
Sounds like communism to me.
Yeah,
What are you, one of them lefties?
We were touring in Europe for the first time, and it was so exciting to see people singing your lyrics, even though they didn't speak English necessarily. You know, it was this feeling of this, you know, the whole international aspect of rock and roll. You're first aware of that. And then some kid asked me why I was putting missiles in his country. This is 1980, 81. I was like, I'm not putting missiles in your country. I'm a guitar player, you know.
I want to put a missile in your broads.
But that's exactly. But that thought stayed in my head, and I realized for the first time, you know, they don't look at us as Democrats or Republicans or guitar players or lawyers. We're Americans,
right?
You know, that never occurred to me before. It sounds silly at that late stage of my life. I said, wow. I'm an American, which means I am putting missiles in this guy's country, and I wonder what else I'm doing. You know, so I started
looking into it.
Yeah,
you got all political. And let me ask you one last Sopranos kind of thing, because I'm such a huge fan. I mean, is it strange for you to see the thing coming to a close? I mean, it's such a huge part of your life.
It's such fun, Howard, to be somebody else a couple days a week, you know? I mean, it's such a vacation mentally. I mean, I'm going to really miss it. I mean,
do you know what happens in the end? I mean, you got everything. They don't keep anything secret from you.
No, I've known for all year. Yeah.
Have you seen the final episodes?
I never saw the final episode done. Because we see just little glimpses of it, you know?
Right.
I see it at the same time everybody else does, really. I mean, the final.
Was it tough killing Adriana? Was it hard for you?
That was one of the best ever episodes.
Very hard. I mean,
you were very rough on it.
You're both great in that scene. That must have been hard to shoot.
Yeah. It wasn't, you know, the shooting, of course, you shoot somebody, whatever. But when you have to put your hands on a girl, okay, I mean, it looks easy on the screen. It's not easy.
Right.
Okay? You gotta really be that guy for that minute, because
you gotta get sick.
It's so nauseating.
And you were both great in it,
Yeah.
How did you start acting? Why do you think David Chase, the creator of The Sopranos, chased you for 10 years to be this character? Why 10 years? Like, what was it about you?
Well, I don't think it was.
Had you ever studied acting?
No, I mean, he wasn't. It wasn't 10 years. I think he saw me on a TV show inducting the Rascals in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Right.
And happened to be casting that week and said, let's try him out. You know, I don't know what he saw. I mean,
it's funny how he saw you as a mobster, because we know you from the E Street Band.
It's certainly nothing like that.
I know.
Isn't it weird that he saw you and figured you'd be a good mobster?
Yes, it was very weird. He's just one of those guys that just sees things differently. You know, I think partly came from our the relationship we had in the E Street Band. We were not faceless, nameless sidemen. You know, we were all characters.
Absolutely.
And we were kind of like the rock and roll Rat Pack in a way.
Right.
You know, me playing the Dean Martin role and Clarence being a very big Sammy Davis.
Were you the first guy? Were you the first guy signed to The Sopranos?
No. I don't know what the order was really.
Right.
But when I got there, you know, I started. He said, "I want you in the show," and I said to him, "You know, I got to tell you the truth. I feel a little bit weird taking another actor's role. You know." He said, "You know what? I'll write you in a part, so you're not taking anybody's job," which was nice.
Oh,
okay. Oh, that's good. All right.
Well, you know, without giving too much away, where do you hide Paulie Walnut's body? Just real quick.
I thought it was shocking how they got rid of what's his name's character, Christopher. I mean, it was so sort of. Like, it was so brilliant that it wasn't like some big violent...
Right, he wasn't in a war, he didn't get knocked off by some other guy.
He's always going to surprise you. David Chase, people guess what's going to happen every single day in every building in New York, and they're always wrong.
This is Arnold Schwarzenegger with some tips for how to use a cock ring. Your cock ring should be snug, but not too tight. Ah, it hurts. Here's a rhyme to help you learn. If it's red, time for head. But if it's purple, get it off! Do it now! Save your cock before it explodes! You're suffocating the cock! Give it mouth to mouth! I've been jerking off this whole time! Here comes the cock juice!
Van Halen's getting back together. They had a press conference. And it's really weird. It's just weird even. They have... You know, Eddie just got out of rehab, and he looks different. You know, he cut off all his hair.
Yeah, he's got like a crew cut or something.
He's got like a crew cut, and now there's no more
Michael Anthony. Right.
It's like Wolfgang now.
What does Wolfgang look like? Is he a little pudgy?
Yeah, he's a little bit pudgy. He looks like a cross between Eddie and Valerie. He seems, you know, look, he's a nice kid, I'm sure. I don't know the kid, but maybe he's very talented. But it's weird. It's like David Lee Roth, Wolfgang, Eddie, and Alec, or whatever his name is.
Is it?
Alex Van Halen.
Alex Van Halen.
The drummer dude. And then they all come out and they all stand there with their arms crossed, except for David, who, you know.
He's probably all over the place.
Yeah. It's just weird. There's no way the Van Halen tour is going to last. I mean, you could just tell already they're just annoyed. I'll play you some of it because if I play all of it, like the press conference was fascinating to me, and I could sit there and watch it. But boy, you can get nauseous after a while. I mean, David Lee Roth is trying really, really hard to sell this idea.
You think he got paid in full?
I don't know, but
the guys at
listen, this is a money-making operation. I mean, I'm sure that. Oh, do I think he got paid in full from radio? Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
$8 million.
Why would he even want to reunite?
Oh, there's big money in a Van Halen tour. I guess. I don't know.
Huge money. Huge money.
All right, here it is.
Yeah, Charlotte, North Carolina, their first gig, September 27th.
Good afternoon, everybody. How are you this afternoon here? This is the press conference that you probably never thought that you would see happen, certainly not while we were all young, skinny, and good-looking. Welcome, one and all. Make yourselves at home. We did, and I think you know all the names of everybody here. And I thought I was the newest guy in the band, but that turns out to be even part of the colorful Van Halen history, and it's a new band. Man, when you hear the sound of what we've got going now, we've been rehearsing this more often than not. I've done more rehearsal in the last 4 months than I've done in the last 20 summers here. We started this approximately last October, and the whole sound it's better than it's ever been. Wolf brings a young energy and a spirit to this that'll knock you out of your socks. The vocals are better than ever. He's a task.
I've spoken to Eddie a lot, and like he really spends a lot of time telling you how great an artist Wolfgang is, and that Wolfgang's twice the genius that he is.
Right, he did it on the air with us last time.
Yeah, but when you're off the air with him, it's even like every minute with Wolfgang.
Really?
I mean, like almost like he's afraid to offend the kid, and
oh, you think?
I don't know. It's just a lot of time, sort of sucking up to Wolfgang. And now Eddie's got David Lee, Wolfgang's the future, Wolfgang, and Wolfgang didn't write any of these songs.
Wolfgang we haven't heard yet.
Yeah, Wolfgang. Michael Anthony must be like, what the fuck?
Wolfgang? Shit.
Master, it was Wolf who picked the song list, and we've got close to 25 of your greatest hits, all the favorites that you've been hearing tearing out of the back of a pickup truck at the Burger King drive-thru for how many summer times. It's all very well intact, the same attitude, but with a whole new look. Yeah. Stereo sound and hi-fi style.
So, David just talks, and half the time you don't know what the fuck he's talking
well,
about.
look, he just said Wolfgang picked the songs.
Yeah, it was like a lot of Wolfgang, like Wolfgang.
Hey, I could pick the songs.
Yeah, I was like, what's so big about that? You just pick the hits.
I think what they should do on the tour to keep it going is just lock David Lee Roth in a box, bring him out to do the show, and lock him back up in the box after the show's done.
Right.
They should
those
never
two together
interact.
should never interact.
Questions, please. Who's got a question? Somebody yell something out. I can't see. Go ahead, my friend right there. Go ahead.
Are you guys going to be playing any of the newer material you might have written or the stuff you did for the greatest hits a while back?
Are you talking about the two songs from back when? There is a catalog that is as familiar as do-do-do-do. People to this day stop in crosswalks and act out the guitar solos in front of me in 23 different cities here. So there's sort of a provided thing. When the three tenors get together, you only wait for O Solo Mio, and the rest of it you can barely pronounce. With this, every single song, every guitar lick, every kick, every jump, every drum lick, and we can't afford to shirk that duty.
Besides that, we haven't learned those two songs yet.
I got a question back here.
Possibility, okay?
Hey, this is John Logston for the live feed. And how does it feel to be on stage for the first time together in so many years?
Incredible to me, man. I'm very excited. To be making music with my son, brother, my new brother. It's that's all I can say.
It feels completely natural. Strangely enough, after this many summers, I myself am certainly more aware of it than ever of how valuable this band is to me and my history. How valuable it is to the neighborhood, to the communities that this music appeals to, and it's a lot of communities. Cuando tienes solamente habilidades en español, tú también sí.
It is totally blowing. It is totally blowing our own minds, and I think it will yours too. It's better than it's ever been.
I grew up on this stuff.
I can't.
So, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't even know why we're having a press conference.
Very tense.
They were the coolest, and I don't know. This is like trying to sell a little too hard.
Do they? Again, it does seem like overkill. I'm sure they would sell a lot of tickets. No matter
all
what,
they'd have to do is say we're back together and we're touring.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't the tour do a lot better if Michael Anthony was there?
Sure, because that'd be the original Van Halen.
The other thing, Howard, that everyone's saying is that apparently Michael Anthony sang almost all the harmonies. So now everyone's wondering who's going to sing the harmonies.
Yeah, because David references that. One of the guys goes, and you got to hear the harmonies now.
Yeah, but John Entwistle was a big part of the Who, man, and they sell out. It's like some bands are defined by a couple of guys, and those two guys
but
are
he
there.
died.
Right.
No, I know. I'm just saying that I would still go see Van Halen without Michael Anthony.
I walk 20 meters down any sidewalk near any college campus without somebody stopping me and going, "You're that white guy."
What the fuck's he talking about?
This is not a reunion. This is a new band. This is a revision with hits that you're so familiar with. It's as familiar as the roof of your own mouth is to you. But the ambition has nothing to do with old history. Usually when a band comes back like us, it's rockers with walkers. And this is everything but. Meet us in the future, not the pasture. Next question. Hey, Gavin Edwards.
Wow, he's really working it.
Future, not the pasture. Rockers with walkers. That's what this is not.
You can see why he wrote all those lyrics, because he's amazingly prolific at rhyming shit.
What I do like as a potential ticket buyer to this tour is that he's saying, look, we're playing the hits. We're playing those recognizable tunes.
Right, but it is weird. David doesn't look like David Lee Roth anymore. The guy, you know.
He looks like Hyman Rothstein.
You know,
it's going to be weird. And then, you know.
I don't know if you could put him in the same level, talent-wise or performer-wise. I'm sure you could put Eddie in that category. But I love the Stones and I love the Who in the last few years when I've seen them. And I bet it's the same thing. I really look forward.
Is it?
I think so.
I'd go see it. I mean, I'm curious. I mean, I like Van Halen's music.
Did anybody that we know see the Hagar, David Lee Roth thing?
I did.
Remember they did? Did you
No,
see
I didn't
that?
see that. I saw Sammy Hagar with the Van Halen when he was in the band, and it was a great concert.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm curious if David Lee Roth on that right before he did the radio thing had his voice, and I'm sure he did.
Well, I used to see David Lee Roth and Van Halen hanging out in Detroit, and boy, that's when they were in their prime, and boy, the swagger, Pussy Galore, the swagger. I told you I was on a floor with those cats.
Yeah.
I mean, the swagger on David Lee Roth, but it was like he had the look. Every guy wanted to be David Lee Roth, but I don't know, man. This is crazy. Listen to this fucking press conference.
Guys, this is for Ed, actually. Has your guitar playing approach changed since your sobriety? If so, how?
Wow. It's always changing. You just have to come by and check it out and see what you think.
Again, usually when you talk about sobriety, everything kind of slows down into middle age.
All I know is I'm playing my...
Yeah, and we usually have to adopt words like tolerant and forgiveness, and that is not the case here. The bar is set unbelievably high. We know what your expectations are. Are you prepared for it to be better than it ever was?
He's in rare form, huh?
He's selling it, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Even Eddie's question, he has to chime in.
Yeah, he chimes in. Do you think he's worried that it's not going to sell? Here's Dave praising Wolfgang. I got to play one last clip because it's fun to listen to.
I got a question. Will Michael Anthony be on any LA games?
No, Michael Anthony is part of this band's history. There's a lot of great alumni who have been through this band. I'm shocked that any of us are still vertical after 30 years, okay? And as far as why Wolf is in the band, may I speak for you, Ed? Tap me on the shoulder in the limo on the way home if I'm wrong here. But while we're at the top of our game, and we really are, I understand how he wanted to play with the boy because he's amazing, and you heard me say that. When you hear these vocals, when you hear what's going on in this rhythm section now, it is young, it is skinny, and it's ambitious. Get ready.
Wow.
Who could, I mean...
Shot him out of a cannon.
In Eddie Van Halen's defense, who could put up with that for 30 years?
Well, this is what I'm saying. I don't think they can make it to one concert.
David Lee Roth is intense.
Intense. And now he's like so into Wolfgang, and he's got to feel bad for Michael Anthony. David Lee Roth was out for a while,
right?
So
he knows what it's like.
Yeah.
Michael Anthony's bottom line is really hurt by not being on this tour, because he doesn't have writing credit. This is
big money.
It would have been a big deal for him, absolutely.
Big payday.
Boy, what did he do to piss them off? I mean, he was a loyal.
He sided with Sammy.
Right.
Yeah, I think what happened was like Sammy split from the band. He still remained friends with him, thinking, well, I can still be his friend.
No, you can't.
That was not with Eddie.
No. Oh, with Eddie, you can't even talk to the person on the phone.
You cannot. It's like a chick.
Eric, you're on the air in Greenville, South Carolina.
Hey now, Howard. How's it going?
Hey now.
I just want to chime in on this Van Halen fiasco. I'm a huge fan. Been a huge fan from the beginning. And these guys shit on Michael Anthony like you wouldn't believe. Dave and Eddie, they're not going to get along for anything. This is going to be a disaster. And if Wolfgang doesn't rip on the bass, forget about it. This is a cash grab, in my opinion.
That's true, and it's going to look like a cash grab if the band doesn't fucking rock. I mean, Michael Anthony. I mean, I don't know. He's just he's Van Halen too.
Well,
it's like you want to see the original guy.
I'm sure that Wolfgang can play.
Yeah.
He's the sound. He's the background vocals of this band.
Yeah, but
and it's just unbelievable. Like I said, I'm a huge fan. I love these guys. I love Eddie Van Halen. He's my idol. But what the hell is he thinking?
Yeah.
I don't understand. And Dave's up there like he's running the show. He's just needed a top hat and a cane, and he would have been set.
Yeah, it was a strange press conference for sure. Dan, you're on the air in Stratton, New Hampshire.
Hey, what's up, Howard?
Hey, man.
I think it's great because at least they're not coming on saying it's going to be the old band. You know, they're not saying it's a reunion.
Yeah, they're at least calling it a new band.
But it is the old band.
They're playing all the old
Come on,
songs.
he's playing all Michael Anthony's parts.
Yeah.
Howard?
Yeah.
You know, it's funny, Richard was just saying to me that he goes, I don't know if I'm going to go see him without Michael Anthony. And I was like, well, why do you care? And he goes, he did all the vocals. It's not the same band. And I said, but most people don't know that. They'll probably just, have someone do his vocals, right?
Well, let me ask you something. Why would you go see, why wouldn't you just go see David Lee Roth doing the Van Halen? Like, he could probably get a guitar player who could imitate those licks and the sound.
It's different. It's a different. It'd be the equivalent, let's say, if Cream went on tour and they said, okay, Jack Bruce is sitting out because he's sick. Then it's not a Cream tour.
It's weird. Like, I saw David Lee Roth solo, and he had Steve Vai with him.
Yeah.
He was a great guitar player.
It wasn't the same.
It was not the same.
Right, of course.
But it's
He brings
weird,
a different energy.
Like in your head, you just say, "Look, Mick Jagger and Keith Richards, that's the Stones, and they'll be the Stones with anybody."
Now, have you ever
Townsend and Daltrey
have
are
you
the
ever
Who,
listened,
and
like-
to me, it's David Lee Roth and Eddie. I don't know.
Yeah, but Michael Anthony, like when you listen to those old songs, his backups are such a huge part of those
You're a
songs.
musician,
Right.
though, too, Richard. You know that better than anybody. I mean, you're sort of an expert. And me as a fan, I bet it sounds just fine.
Is Wolfgang really that great a bass player? Because according to Eddie, he's like one of the greatest musicians of all time.
That everybody should stop playing the bass.
That's what everybody will be waiting.
What to do with it.
They'll be waiting to see. Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot to live up to. That kid.
You know who Wolfgang should call is Bobby Mercer, the next Mickey Mantle.
Hey, Rick, you're on the air in St. Louis.
All right, I just wanted to comment on it. The last time they were on tour, I saw them in St. Louis. And they played 2 nights, and the first night, apparently, Eddie was, hammered, and he was arguing with David Lee Roth the first night, and, or not David Lee Roth, but Sammy Hagar. And, everybody said the show sucked, but I went the second night, and it was unbelievable. I have no complaints about it. I mean, I thought it was as great as it could be,
Right.
But that was with Sammy, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm still saying just the music. It was
I'm a big fan, so I'll be there.
Yeah, you know what? They have done this before. Like you said, you saw them with the Sammy Hagar, and it was a great concert.
Right. Okay, let's go on then. Anyway, so that's the Van Halen tour stuff. And the press conference goes on for like hours.
Who's asking these silly questions?
There's a bunch of reporters that are asking stuff. It's pretty wild.
Get ready to guess. The Midnight Mystery Guest.
And our mystery guest is here, Robin.
Oh, he is. All right.
I like the punctual mystery guest. Where's Gary? Get him in here, you idiot! I'm on the air. Precious moments are going by. Thank you. Sometimes I have to be rough.
I know. It's difficult.
Of course, our mystery guest is coming in, and
Hi, Mr. Guest. Big star.
should we give a clue?
Oh, we have to give a clue.
Well, our mystery guest's been known to play games. Our mystery guest has been known to play games. There he is. Oh, don't say who you are.
Disguise your voice.
He's a great guy. Hey, I didn't know he smoked cigarettes.
But he is a handsome man.
Handsome man.
Hello, Robin.
Hi there.
How are you?
Beautiful. Our mystery guest has been known to play games.
Yes, that's your clue.
Okay, and let's get right to those calls.
Yes and no question.
Only. This is I'll describe the irony of all this in a minute after we finish the actual game. Yes.
Hello?
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 Hello? Hello?
Hello? There's echo in here.
Hello?
Hello?
Obviously, our mystery guest is disguising his voice.
Yes.
And if he's not, he's in trouble. He'll never work in this business.
His career's over.
That's it.
He plays on game shows.
Yes.
Yes.
The question?
Yes, he is.
Now, who is he?
He does game shows.
Did he do the Gong Show?
Did you do the Gong Show?
No.
No, that's a no answer. We have to move along. I'm sorry. Hi. You're on the air. You're on the air.
Howard?
You better get with it!
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Listen, you people, I don't mind that you act goofy when we don't have guests, but
Yes, you're embarrassing us.
when I have rich, famous people in the room, people who are successful, it makes me look bad. Like I don't know how to conduct my show. Like the show's out of control or something.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what I'm doing. Well, maybe I don't know what I'm doing, but don't embarrass me in front of guests.
You should know what you're doing.
You know, in school when it was open house, you always were on good behavior for your parents.
And you practiced beforehand.
So now when we have a celebrity in the room, certainly, you know, try to show some radio savvy. Thank you. Thank you. You're on the air.
Howard. Mystery guest.
Yes.
Were you a host?
Yes.
Did you host Wheel of Fortune?
No.
No. That's a no answer. We have to move along.
Great, Howard.
Thank you. Hello?
Hi, is it Pat Sajak?
Are you Pat Sajak?
No.
No.
How about...
One guess only.
That's
right. Hi, I think it's Fred Travelina.
Fred Travelina?
Are you Fred Travelina?
No.
Oh.
Fred Travelina doesn't host game shows.
Yes, he does. He did one.
He's just some goofy dude who hangs out at the Friars Club all the time. Thank you. He does host a game show?
He did.
What's he doing with a game show and I don't have a game show?
Anything for money.
That's what it was called.
Yes, it was.
Was it any good?
No. We agree.
You're on the air.
Yo, Howard, how are you?
Yes, Sonny. My son.
So you should go to dinner at Sparks. It's a good place to eat and there's a no shooting section now.
Howard.
Yes.
Does our mystery guest have a show on the air now?
Yes.
Yes, he does.
Yes, question.
Okay.
You can keep asking.
Does he,
Is he a homosexual?
No.
No, as far as I know. Go ahead, what?
is he, Peter Marshall?
Are you Peter Marshall?
No.
Oh, dear.
Gotta move along. You're on the air.
It's Jim Lang Jr.
Jim Lang Jr.
No, he's not. Are you a junior? You're not
Well,
a junior.
it's pretty funny that you're here, Jim Lang.
Yeah.
Jim Lang, of course, The Dating Game.
Yeah.
And the new show, The $1 Million
Chance of a lifetime.
Lifetime. That's right.
Beautiful. The $1 Million Chance of a Lifetime. I've often called myself Jim Lang Jr. on the air.
That's right. He has.
Oh, really? Yes, I have.
Do you get that compliment often, or?
Well, I've been known to set up a few people
Oh,
on
you do
dates
that?
and stuff.
Oh, you do that?
Yeah, that kind of thing. And,
Radio dating, yeah.
Radio dating. In fact, last week we did a lesbian dating thing I want to talk to you about that I'm trying to bring onto television.
Yeah, big hit on cable.
Never mind cable. It's too big for cable. That's my concept, though. No one can take it.
No.
Really, it's got my name all over it. But, of course, he's here. He's wonderful. It's Jim Lang. How'd you know it was Jim Lang?
I knew as soon as you said he likes to play games, I knew it was Jim Lang.
Yeah, because he's been all over. You've been making radio appearances all over town.
No. This is the only one.
Oh, stop it. We've heard about you.
Listen to his voice, Robin.
They said you got to be on with the legend.
Yeah. What is it? Yeah.
See, Howard.
Yeah.
You're never going to have a voice like that.
You said you'd be on with the legend.
That's what they told me.
Yeah. You should have heard me about 3 days ago when I had my cold.
Yeah.
I was as deep as him.
Then you were a little bit more ready.
Oh, man. Jim Lang, man. Oh, man.
Wonderful to meet you.
Thank you. Hi, Robin. How are you?
Game show host.
Why did they keep her in the other room?
I wouldn't be in a room with him.
Do you want to know the real reason?
That makes sense, yeah.
No, don't tell him that.
Should I tell you the real reason she's in the other room?
Don't tell him, Howard. You're trying to.
We've worked together for like 5 years, and I have a flatulence problem. And I'm always like passing wind, so Robin got fed up, and so she went into another studio.
Do you mind if I go in the other room?
So that's why she stays in the other room. Hey, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean?
I know.
Because what I do is I mix my carbohydrates with protein, and I can pass a lot of wind.
Well, you're into that, huh?
Mr. Lang. If I may call you Mr. Lang.
You can call me Jim.
I'll call you Mr. Lang.
Go.
Jim brings back a lot of bad memories for me.
All right, Mr. Stern.
I was a real geek in high school, and gym class was my worst.
Oh, is that?
Prefer to call you Mr. Lang.
Okay.
You win a prize, of course.
All right.
If I will, I'll slip into my. Who should I be? Should I be Chuck Woolery, or should I be
Want to be
Bob Eubanks?
Bob Eubanks, probably.
Gentlemen, you won a. What did he win, Gary?
A new car for the Beanstalk. $25.
A $25 gift. Now, let me be Pat Sajak for a second, since we're doing a game show thing here. You have a gift certificate to the Beanstalk.
Or do you want that on
Or do you want it on account? What?
On account of what?
Never mind. You're not with it.
I'm with it.
All right, we'll give you a $25 gift certificate to the Beanstalk.
Oh, thank you, Dave.
All right, babe. Hold on, okay? All right. Obviously, you're from the coast. We all use the term babe here, too, Mr. Lang.
It's traveled the east.
So you got this coast? Let me say, Mr. Lang, by the way, I've been a big fan of yours for years. The game show thing, I've always wanted to get into the game show thing, but I'm much too ugly. I'm too ethnic.
You can make it.
You think so?
Yeah. You really could.
Really?
Yeah. You'd tone it down a little bit. You'd be okay.
Really?
Yeah.
You're just saying that to be nice.
How did you do it?
How did
you
you
used to be on radio,
You used to be a DJ, didn't you?
I still am.
Oh.
Every day.
Where do you work?
L.A. Excuse me, the coast. Los Angeles.
I almost went out to Los Angeles. I was offered 2 jobs. I was just recently fired by NBC Radio.
Uh-oh.
And I was offered 2 jobs out in L.A.
Yes.
2 rather lucrative radio contracts, which I declined.
Really? Do you remember the station call letters?
Sure I do.
Would you like to tell me, or is that because
I'll tell them to you off the air.
All right.
When we do a commercial break.
Okay.
But
not for anything.
I decided, last night I was laying in bed and I was rolling around. I said, I think I made a mistake. I should have gone to L.A. because, number one, I would have kicked Rick D's ass in once I got out there because I could beat him easily. He's not that funny. And I would have been the kingpin of radio out there, much as I am here in New York.
That's right.
And all the TV people out there would have gotten to listen to me, and all the movie people would have gotten to listen to me.
Now, Howard, I do believe that I pointed these things out to you.
Yeah, but I got, in a moment of weakness, I said, I'll stay in New York.
It's kind of a thrill, though, Howard, to do a radio show and know that maybe Paul Newman is listening. I mean, it's possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who you got here? Mario Cuomo?
Right, exactly. Talking about his father's bloody feet all the time. Hey, there's nobody here. As a matter of fact, just recently, Jim, I might as well tell... I'm trying to impress Jim.
Yeah.
Recently, I was tapped to do a major motion picture, but it was a 10-week shoot, Los Angeles, and actually in Canada. And now I have to decline it because these are the kinds of things, Robin, that I have turned down to stay with you jerks in New York. Loyal. Like a schmuck. I decided to stay here because my mother laid some kind of weird guilt trip on me that I should stay here in New York and be with her and the family.
Oh, boy.
Of course, Mr. Lang, you, on the other hand, are very smart. You're on the radio in Los Angeles. Are you a native of Los Angeles?
No, I'm a native of Minnesota.
Oh, see, he left home.
Yeah, well, I left home, but I lived 25 years in San Francisco. I just moved to Los Angeles. I'm new to the area.
Right.
I just got a lucrative offer, and I took it.
Super, so smart. So you're doing the radio thing, and you got 2 game shows, because isn't the dating game coming back on?
Well, it may, but I won't do it, probably.
You're not going to do it?
No.
It won't be the dating game
I'm not
without
watching
you.
it. Oh, come on.
Tell Chuck Barris that. No.
Really?
You can't do 2 shows. It's an unwritten law in the game business. Yeah, you can do one on the network and one on syndication, but you can't do 2 syndicated. And dating game's going to be syndicated. So unless this new show is a failure.
Yeah, but you must be getting residuals because on Channel 9 here they show the dating game all the time.
Yeah.
You must be rolling in dough. You're probably a millionaire from this business.
Do you have any idea how much those residuals are?
Oh, but come on.
80 cents?
You must do a lot of voiceover work and stuff with that.
No, I don't. I don't really. There really is no time. If you want to get a little fun.
How could you be smoking cigarettes? You're going to destroy that beautiful voice of yours, man. Oh, man, you're into a death trip, man. I can't believe it.
That's where it comes from.
Seriously, you got to knock that off.
I know.
Listen to that voice, man. If I had a voice like that, man, instead of a whiny, screechy voice like I have. What's happening?
There you go. You got it.
You're feeling pretty good. Are you wet right now? Because I swear to God, this voice is so deep. I'm sure you women are getting really hot. What do you do? Do you do middays?
Mornings.
Mornings?
Yeah.
Oh, man, you must have a big audience with that voice. I swear to God.
I don't know if people tune in for your voice. You know what
I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You get the whole thing.
I know radio. I know radio, Howard.
I
was doing it when you were being born.
Let me tell you something, Mr. Lang. I got something very beautiful for you today.
What'd you do?
One of my favorite game show hosts. I wrote a song for you.
Ooh.
Wonderful.
Should I do it now, or do you want to wait till after commercial?
After commercial. Let's make him wait.
I wrote a song.
Who's going to do it? Are you going to do it?
I will sing it, and 𝗏 will perform the music.
Oh, it's to the tune of the Spanish Fleet.
Yes, the dating game.
Did that have words?
The Spanish Fleet didn't have any words, but I believe that song should have words to do with Jim Lang.
All right.
Great idea. Take this.
With a voice that deep. Can I ask a personal question? I don't know how you're going to react to this.
Here we go.
Are you married?
Yes.
Married to the same woman?
Yes.
For how long?
8 years.
You weren't married before that?
Yes. You can still keep asking as long as I answer yes.
When you got famous, you dumped your wife?
No.
You dumped her before then?
No, on my way down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, she dumped you.
Well, let's not get into that, Howard. It's
still apparently a very
you don't mind me saying
issue
that.
here.
Oh, it's a sticky issue?
No, it's not.
No?
I mean, while you were riding high, you met this beautiful woman. I know, I can tell.
I was out of work when I met this beautiful woman.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden you got rich.
No, I met this beautiful woman when I was already divorced.
Oh, this is the next one.
Yeah,
the next one.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the current one. You don't want to talk about the first one.
Yeah. No, the first one. I was married when I was 20.
Oh, so you didn't know what you were doing, and all of a sudden you got some fame.
I had no idea.
And you started meeting, a lot of women started coming on to you.
Not really. I stayed married 20 years.
Oh.
But you did?
Yeah.
He gave it a good long try.
Yeah. This isn't your wife, is it, one of these?
No, I don't think so. Let me see. No.
All right, I can talk about him. Being out in L.A., being a big star, obviously the Temptations were great. And that's what happened.
Well, I wasn't in L.A. I was in San Francisco.
And what were you doing there?
I was doing a radio show and commuting to Los Angeles to do the TV show. So I spent a lot of time on airplanes meeting cute stewardesses.
So you got seduced by a
No, I never did. No, I've never been seduced. I would like to. I mean, I'm not saying I'm against it, but
come here, I'll seduce you.
I wasn't thinking about you.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, now how did he make the transition? How did you get into television?
Yeah, how'd you get into television? How'd you do that?
I was lucky.
Robin, first of all, don't be so damn pushy. I was going to ask that question. You're making me look like a bad interviewer. She's reading over my shoulder.
How did I get into television or get into radio? Because radio was first, obviously.
Yeah, but we know about that. We've done that. We want to know how to get into television.
I was only 15 when I started radio.
See, any idiot can get into radio. I want to know how to get into TV.
I got into TV because I had a friend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was the film editor at a local television station, and so I got the job as today's Man of the Future, Captain 11, playing the old Buck Rogers and things. And so I started as a kiddie show.
I would love to do that. I wish I could get something like that.
So you keep turning down those jobs.
I do not. I would take that. Cable USA wanted to be something like that. But I wrote a song for you.
Okay.
It is. It's a beautiful song, I think. I think you're going to like it.
I probably won't, but go ahead.
But he's got the deepest voice.
I know. It's incredible. I can't believe
You must be a very manly man, if you know what I'm saying, with a voice that deep.
Yeah, Lloyd Lindsay Young told me you're going to ask this question.
But seriously, I mean, with a voice that deep, at what age did you get a deep voice like that? Like 15?
I guess so, yeah.
I
don't remember, that's so long ago.
I guarantee you this is a real man, not like me. Hey, when you were doing the dating game, there were a lot of famous people on there.
Really were. I'd forgotten because it was so long ago.
Andy Kaufman, man, who I thought was great.
Yeah, Andy was a genius. Andy would get along with you great.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy.
Well, he was unusual. The guy, never knew if he was kidding or serious, in some of the things he did. And
I still think he's alive.
Kind of sad. Yeah, there's signs all over L.A. that say
really?
Andy Kaufman lives, yeah.
I think that would be the ultimate bit, to stage your own death and then come back.
Yeah, but it's about time to let everybody in on the joke, I would think.
Or else they forget you,
Yeah, really.
Here I am, I'm back. What?
We were trying to decide. You did have Farrah Fawcett on there, right?
Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Farrah Fawcett, Burt Reynolds, Tom Selleck, and Helen Hayes even did the dating game.
Really?
Now, you go down the line.
What about Burt Reynolds? You think that's a jaw disease he's got or what?
I don't know. All I know is what I read in the paper,
Depends what paper you read. I'm not sure what the hell he's got there. Read jaw disease, ear disease, I don't know what that is.
Oh, my goodness.
There are all kinds of rumors. All kind of nutty phone calls coming in all day.
Oh, boy.
So what about, you ever pick up any of the women on the dates? Did you ever get any, dating game groupies and stuff?
No, I never got a date off the dating game. I'm probably the only guy. I never got chosen. I did chaperone 2 dates.
Did you?
Yeah. And
where did you go?
Oh, you did?
London, with one couple, and Santiago, Chile, Portillo, skiing with another.
Yeah.
So that's, people say, what happens on the dates? I don't know. I mean, that's the only 2 I went on, and as far as I know...
Did you get any marriages? Do you know of any people who got married?
Yeah. 30, 40.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, you're not Jewish or anything, are you?
No.
Because we had Monty Hall on, and then he told me he was Jewish. I almost fell off my chair. Talk about a guy trying to hide it.
No.
Monty Hall. Give me a break. Your real name is Jim Lang, though.
Yep, their real name.
I admire that. Jim Lang is really Jewish, I think. All these guys are Jewish.
Not all. Every once in a while, a wasp sneaks in.
Every once in a while.
Wink Martindale, you can't say he's Jewish.
That's right.
Yeah, no, there's no way.
He knew Elvis, for goodness sake.
Yeah. I think Wink Martindale has an extra chromosome somewhere floating around in his body. But now it's time for the song.
All right.
Are you ready for it?
I lost it. Wait a second. Oh, here it is. I think you're going to enjoy this because I always felt there should be words to that song. Here we go.
Need to do any vocal exercises or anything?
You ever take voice lessons at all?
Nope.
Well, you don't have to.
I can't sing a note.
No, I'm talking about for making your voice deep.
Oh, no.
Yeah, well, you've always had a naturally deep voice. I went to voice teachers for years trying to get my voice deep.
And this is as far as you got?
And you do this. How's that?
It helped.
All right, here we go.
Okay, comes in quick, so be ready for it. Okay? 1, 2.
Let's meet Jim Lang of the dating game. Yes, it's Jim Lang of the dating game. He's the best game show host. What I need to know most, Jim. Do you have a big thing?
Oh,
Chuck will remakes a meet, gag, and cough. His Love Connection's a big ripoff of Jim Lang's dating game. My question's still the same, Jim Lang. Do you have the biggest thing? Pat say Jack sucks. And so does Vanna White. Tom Kennedy looks like a goon. There's one thing I'll never understand. How could the network cancel Name That Tune? Oh, it's Jim Lang of the dating game. Game show history won't be the same. You can keep Family Feud, Jim. I don't want to be rude, but do you have the biggest thing? Thank you so much. Thank you. Because all those guys with deep voices have. I think we should have one big game show where they guess who has the biggest thing and get them all lined up and see which one does.
I'm deeply honored.
Deeply
honored with that.
Hey, were you the guy who boycotted being on the cover of the TV Guide? No, you didn't do that.
No.
That was
Dawson.
Richard Dawson.
Richard Dawson did.
See, Richard Dawson's all puffed up with himself. I'm glad they canceled that jerk.
Oh.
Because let me say something to him. He thought he was better than the rest of you guys, and he's not. In fact, he's a lot worse. He talked too much on that damn show.
You know, the thing about that cover, I never got asked, so
You didn't get asked?
No.
I'm sorry I brought it
He
up.
would have boycotted.
No, but you just say you boycotted.
It was one of those periods when I was on hiatus. I wasn't doing a show, and so there was no reason to put me there.
So now with the new game show, when is that going to air?
It started this week, and
you watched it last night.
No, I didn't.
Freddie saw it. Oh, Gary and Freddie saw it last night.
Okay.
$1 million chance of a lifetime, and we're giving away $1 million whenever they win it, and it could be every 3 days.
Wow.
You only have to win 3 days in a row, and you got $1 million smackers.
Damn.
Now there's a prize.
Yeah. That's the perfect show for a host. I mean, you don't have to do anything. I mean, you got $1 million to give away.
See, that's what I want to do. I want to host something where I don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
I'm sick of having to come in and work here and create stuff all the time.
Yeah, it's tough.
I want a game show where there's a nice game to play. I sit there and ask some questions. You got to admit, the biggest loser who ever tried to do a game show was that guy Bowser.
Oh, I never saw that show.
Oh, man.
Yeah, from Shauna Na, you mean?
Yeah, oh, man. Ooh, was he an embarrassment?
Pretty bad.
He couldn't even get a question out straight. But seriously, I hope that Jim Lang's new show becomes the #1 game show.
Right, yeah. How about that Wheel of Fortune?
Because Wheel of Fortune blows. The prizes blow. I like the idea of $1 million prize.
Yeah.
I do too.
That's exciting.
I like to give it away. It's not my money, you know.
Yeah.
And make somebody happy. Some couple.
Pat, I'll take the grandfather clock for $10,000. I mean, no way you can tell me that a pen and pencil set is worth $500.
You gotta believe him.
Yeah, I mean that's a joke.
Really, those $900 rocking chairs. That
I don't know.
And early American furniture. Only white trash uses early American furniture like that. Even you'll admit that, Mr. Lang.
White trash?
Yes.
I don't know. We used to visit them on Sundays. I don't know.
Well, white trash. I mean, let's face it. All game show contestants are white trash.
Yeah, you gotta admit that.
You don't get the real highbrows on these shows.
Oh, depends what kind of show you're doing. Yeah.
Jeopardy used to get the highbrows.
Well, they would get the intellectuals.
Yeah.
The highbrow is a different thing. You know.
What is highbrow then?
Just a nice person. You know, I think someone who is educated, kind, warm. You like
sort of like
Howard.
us, yeah.
Like us. Like this show. So you're on Channel 9.
Yep.
Syndicated.
Yeah, every night.
Super.
So it's on. I guess this is amazing. At least to me, I don't know that much about mid-season replacements, but to start a show in January and move into 74 markets right away, it's really tough. And so I'm just hoping it lasts.
Well, $1 million prize. I'll tune in.
Well, let me ask you something. Now, do you tape all of the shows on one day, or do you...
Do 5 in a day.
Oh, that's great, man. I'd love to do that.
See there?
But it's a tough day. You know, I do the radio show in the morning and then do 5 shows. And then do the same the next day. But then you got a week or 2 off.
Yeah.
So that's nice. Yeah.
That's real good. Oh, man. Oh,
See there?
We should have gone to L.A. I swear to God.
No.
You know...
You might get another offer, you know, after this.
Maybe.
Yeah, right. Well, after we get fired from here, I'm definitely going to L.A. I'm serious, Robbie.
That's it. That's it for New York.
Once we get fired from here, we're coming out to L.A. to be with you.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
Oh, I'd love it. I'll show you around.
Anyway, Jim Lang, continued success.
Thank
We're all going to tune in. $1 million prize.
Chance of a lifetime.
$1 million chance of a lifetime. Has anyone won $1 million yet?
I can't tell you, but be sure to watch next week.
All right.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
All right. I want to thank you for the song, by the way.
You like it?
Yeah, I'd like a copy of that.
Get you a copy of that.
Tape that thing?
We can send it to your lawyer, huh?
No, the answer to the song is yes.
You do have I know you have a big one. There's no way you wouldn't have like I would say 14 inches folded in half at least. With a voice that beautiful and deep. Let me say something, Mr. Lang. I can tell why 2 women at least have married you. Believe me, you should be very proud of yourself or something like that.
The Midnight Mystery Guest. On Howard 101.
Howard Stern, the songwriter of a generation.
Math is the perfect wife.
From his early years to today.
I wonder who Tom Brady's fucking.
SiriusXM presents a live concert event with Howard Stern, featuring his new band, Tokus. With performances of Hurdy-Gurdy-Man, Bang O'Clock, and absolutely no Fred.
Get the fuck out of here.
Howard Stern, one night only. Coming as soon as Dr. Agus says it's okay.
What you think about guys like me, looking at you hungry, loving what they see and only see the surface. And not what's beneath. Thinking about winning you, like winning a race. Missing you, watching us being stunned by your face. But when I look at your face, I think that somebody
seeing